Good morning, Fantasy Endgame fam, and happy football Saturday. And by that, I mean happy NFL Saturday. That's right. College game is done, at least in terms of Saturdays and regular seasons. But now the NFL, of course, claiming its territory any day that's available. We got Saturday games. We're going to have some Wednesday games next week. And so, you know what that means. Got to get those lineups set a little earlier than usual because we are less than 3 hours away from NFL football. So, and there'll be two good games as well. I mean, we'll talk real quickly about them, and let's actually do that now. Uh, I mean, I'd like to say, well, it's a Saturday. I don't have to watch both these games because most of the slate's on Sunday, but might have to watch both these games because they are going to be some very competitive games. Not just good for fantasy, but good for real life. Texans Chiefs. Pat Mahomes. I mean, this is, I guess, related to the injury report. He's playing. He is fine. I don't know. I doubt that it was a high ankle sprain in the first place if he never even missed a practice. But anyways, Pat Mahomes, you feel like in that the Chiefs are going to operate as normal?
Yeah, pretty normal. I think they'll probably operate pretty normal here. Yeah, I don't really expect either game today to be very high scoring, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be a great day for fantasy, but I think, for the most part, if you got like Kelsey or maybe DeAndre Hopkins, maybe Xavier Worthy, I think you can roll them out like usual.
What if you have Hollywood Brown? He's in. He's not just active. He practiced. He no designation injury. He's good to go. Do you think we actually see Hollywood Brown get some action?
I think we see him get some action. The problem is how much action. I don't think we're going to see him get a lot of action. Remember, this is his first game of the year, where he got hurt like the fourth or fifth snap of the preseason. So, yeah, I think we're going to see very, very little Hollywood Brown today. I would not be starting Hollywood Brown.
No, and again, as I mentioned, I talked about him as a waiver wire pickup. I think it was last week. It's a stash. Maybe next week, although it'd be very risky in a championship week, or really more for teams that are playing up until week 18. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, Mahomes is good, and Hollywood Brown is also going to play. So just keep an eye on that. If anything, it might just be annoying enough that he gets a few targets and takes away from Hopkins and the other guys. And then the second game, again, really good actual teams. Maybe not a high scoring game, though. It's the Steelers and the Ravens. And the Steelers, once again, not going to have George Pickens. I mean, you can't feel great, anyways, about Russ versus the Ravens because he let us down a couple weeks ago against this team. But yeah, man, no George Pickens. So what's the path here? What's the path for the Steelers to score and win?
Uh, Fryermuth gets a touchdown. I think the path is keep the Ravens, offense in check, which the Steelers can certainly do, and then, kick a few field goals and maybe Pat Fryermuth or Najee Harris or somebody like that scores a touchdown. Yeah, I don't expect this to be a very high scoring game at all. So, yeah, and if the Ravens are able to put points on the board, I don't see how the Steelers match them, to be honest. Like, if the Ravens are able to put up 25 points, I don't think the Steelers can match them.
No, I'd put my money on the Ravens as well, but yeah, man, Pickens pulling a reverse card from last year. Instead of showing up at the very end of the season, now he's disappearing. I mean, obviously it must be a serious hamstring strain, but and on the other side, just when you thought Rashad Bateman was looking like a very good start flex after last week, he's questionable. It's game day for them. He's still questionable.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, man, he had a boot on his foot earlier in the week, and I guess the last I saw is that the status of Rashad Bateman is still up in the air for tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll get some news this morning, maybe while we are on. I'd see another one that said they're somewhat optimistic. He will play. What is that? Somewhat optimistic. Yeah, I would not. I know he's always got the potential to catch a long touchdown, but this feels even riskier than usual, especially against the Steelers.
Yeah, somewhat optimistic. Still game time status. Yeah, I don't think so. This is not it's not George Pickens. This is not Zay Flowers. It's yeah, beyond risky.
Right.
All right, but we'll see. There'll be some good games today. Let's get to the rest of the injury report. These are guys that, as of right now, this is what we know. We still have till tomorrow for most of these teams, other teams to play. So David Montgomery is done. He's still looking for a fourth and fifth opinion and trying to find a way to not be done for the season. So maybe playoffs will return, but for now, you don't have to worry about him in fantasy. I think it's safe to say he's droppable, right?
Oh, for fantasy, he's droppable because, yeah, best case, he's coming back for the real NFL playoffs.
Right. Okay.
He's not going to be back next week.
Yeah, I think he's trying to find a way to not miss the season, but it doesn't matter. He's definitely missing to this week and next week and probably next week. Alvin Kamara as well. Yeah, it seems like it's more significant than they had thought. Definitely going to be out this week for sure. So welcome Kendre Miller. And
yes.
I mean, look, we're going to get a lot more Kendre Miller questions. I know we've gotten a ton already. He's going to be the guy, but it's also not a great matchup per se. Road game in Lambeau Field. But I think Kendre Miller, is he at least RB2 territory, low end RB2?
I think he has to be. The Packers are just kind of like, and it's not Lambeau. I thought, aren't they in New Orleans? Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they're at Green Bay on Monday night.
Are they at Green Bay? Oh, you're right. They are at Green Bay. I mean, okay, that certainly hurts because you don't want to, Green Bay. But maybe it helps the running game. But Green Bay, not a tough run defense. They're kind of like middle of the road run defense. But Kendre is going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy. We saw last week in the fourth quarter after Kamara left early. He got pretty much all the snaps. Jamal Williams got like 3 snaps the entire quarter. Kendre got like 22. Remember, they were in come from behind mode. He also ran 58% of the routes. So I think he's at least, I think he's an RB2.
Yeah, I know Green Bay is not a shutdown run defense. My worry is game script. What if they just have to give up on the run? But I feel like you said, then maybe he gets some dump offs. So it'll be tough, though. It'll depend who else you got. Also, right. Another running back that's hurt, Isaac Guerendo. That's right. We're down to RB 5, 6, whatever in San Francisco. This just saw someone said that the Madden curse was so bad this year, it extended to the entire running back room, not just
yeah.
So Guerendo is out. And then what it's worth, Jalen Waddle, doubtful this week. At least you don't have to worry about starting him. Xavier Legette also is going to be out this week. Cade Otton, they said, is very doubtful. So you should very much not play him. And Trey Benson going to also miss. So we could see another. I mean, we should already see a huge James Conner game just because he plays the Panthers. But then again, he's going to get the backfield basically to himself. I think Demercado is still hurt. I wouldn't be shocked if James Conner is the RB1 this week, especially after what we saw from Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry and those guys last week. But
yeah, I think it's a race between him and Jahmyr Gibbs this week for RB1. But yeah, Conner has a great case to be the RB1. He's going to get, I mean, it's him and DJ Dallas, basically. That's it. That's all they got.
Yeah. If you guys have a question about James Conner, I'm just saying, yes, start him. Like, I don't even care. Okay, questionable. Tony Pollard. Not sure. He's been missing practice. He's been missing time a lot over the past couple of weeks. Worried that he's going to miss. And if so, fire up Tyjae Spears.
I mean, if he misses, yes, definitely fire up Tyjae Spears without question. As far as do I think he's going to miss, I don't. He's done this for weeks now. I mean, he had a week. I mean, he didn't practice all week, but he did this a couple weeks ago where he didn't practice all week and then went out there and got like a ton of touches. So I don't know. I feel like this is just what they're going to do with Tony Pollard. I feel like next week we're going to be doing the same thing with Tony Pollard, right? It's going to be like, oh my gosh, if he doesn't play, do I just fire up Tyjae Spears and then he plays? So I don't feel great about Tony Pollard because even though it is a good matchup, I don't feel like he's close to 100% right now. But at the same time, like, I do think he's going to play. And in that case, I don't think Tyjae Spears is unstartable because, as we saw last week, he was used in a receiving game and even got goal line carries. But it definitely lowers his ceiling a bit. But if Tony Pollard does end up missing, I mean, I don't want to say Tyjae Spears must start, but I think Tyjae Spears strong start. Like between Kendre Miller, Patrick Taylor, Jerome Ford, like the guys who are kind of like forced into starting roles this week, Tyjae Spears would be easily tops for me.
Yeah, I agree with that because even a guy like Jerome Ford, he might be splitting carries with Deontay Foreman, believe it or not, all of a sudden. But also they might not be able to run the ball very much. But yeah, we'll see. Keep a close eye. Pollard, this is, I hate to say it, but a guy that you probably weren't depending on to carry you to a championship anyways, but maybe just kind of hope he doesn't play. That would make things easier for fantasy. And then Tyrone Tracy, a guy I already can't feel great about because of the way the Giants are using or not using him and the fact that the Giants are the Giants, but he's questionable as well. So very risky start there. And then talk about the Browns. Still no clarity on David Njoku or Cedric Tillman. Still listed as questionable. You're taking a risk here because it's also a risk in the fact that it's Dorian Thompson-Robinson at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to depend on who you got here. I wish Njoku was cleared. Certainly, like I probably feel better about Tillman if he plays than Njoku because Tillman is coming back from a concussion. Obviously a serious concussion because he missed a few games, but you got to think if he's cleared, then he's good to go, right? Njoku's tougher because it's a hamstring injury. So the fact that he's still questionable, he did practice yesterday, so that is at least good news. But the fact that he's still questionable got to make you a little bit nervous. So I think it comes down to who else you have. But I talked about it. If you look at that game earlier in the year against the Bengals with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, it was basically David Njoku and Cedric Tillman getting all the targets from him, all of them. Jerry Jeudy had a 10% target share with DTR. So I think if Njoku plays, I still like him more than most tight ends.
Yeah, he's going to get targeted, and they're going to probably have to try to throw the ball as much as possible because, let's face it, probably going to give up a lot of points to the Bengals, but this is going to be tricky. So if you have Njoku, I mean, I agree. If you haven't, pretty much should be a strong play, but you're going to have to definitely make backup plans still. We don't know. Zach Ertz at tight end, also questionable, coming off a concussion from last week. And then this one seemed to pop up. Waddle is already, doubtful. Tyreek Hill listed as questionable. What's the deal there?
So I think he missed practice yesterday. I mean, technically they said wrist, but also personal reasons.
Witness the birth of another child, perhaps.
Maybe, I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, wrist personal was limited and now questionable. Yeah, I don't know how you're limited with personal reasons. Like I don't get it, but whatever. But I will say, I know Tyreek Hill's been mostly bad this year, but man, without Jalen Waddle, I would have a hard time sitting Tyreek Hill. I'll be honest.
That sounds like a kind of day off, like coach's decision type of thing. Like, just take the day off. Oh, your wrist? Yeah, your wrist. You had issues there. Sounds like basically an excuse for a day off. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think he'll play. Jalen Coker, just when he came back and was looking great, listed as questionable. We'll see. I mean, you probably shouldn't need Jalen Coker for your semifinal championship. And then Braylon Allen is not questionable.
If Coker's out, we got to be back on Thielen, don't we?
Well, that is true. That is true. But we'll see. He's questionable for now. These guys are playing. A.J. Brown, no issues. T. Higgins, he might pull a fast one. He didn't. He's playing. In Seattle, both Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are good to go, just to throw a wrench in those plans if you wanted to start one or the other. And then Geno Smith, thankfully is going to play. We don't have to be subjected to Sam Howell for a full week. Aiden O'Connell is good. Thankfully for Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers owners, you got Aiden O'Connell. And then, just in case anybody cares, Spencer Rattler is the quarterback for New Orleans, and Drew Lock this week is the Giants quarterback du jour. Drew Lock.
Yeah.
All right.
With by the way, Tommy DeVito as the backup. So even if Drew Lock gets hurt, you still don't get Tim Boyle for Malik Neighbors.
So sad. So sad. One day, what I'm going to do is get, instead of a jersey of your favorite player, like I have a Tua jersey, right? I got Tua's. I'm going to get one of those. It's like a mashup. It's a Tim Boyle jersey, but it has a piece of each team that he's been on, so it's like 1/5 Giants, 1/5 Dolphins, 1/5 Lions, and 1/5 whatever team he's been on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just an honor to him. All right. So, yeah, maybe you don't want to be throwing out Drew Lock in your fantasy lineups, but I'll tell you what you do want to do. You want to take a free pick on a quarterback like, well, I don't know, let's say Baker Mayfield. How's that sound? 1 yard? Think he can go higher than 0.5 total yards this week? I think he can do it. This is what you get if you sign up for Underdog for the first time. As a new customer, it's your free pick. Baker Mayfield getting a yard. Take the higher here. And you get this if you're signing up for the very first time and you use code NGAME when you check out, because that's what they like to do, reward you for being new and signing up, show you how easy it is to win those NFL picks. You combine this free pick with any other pick you like, and it's not just NFL pick'ems. They also will have it for the bowl games in college, the college game, NBA, NHL, college basketball, golf, PGA, esports, everything. So try pick'ems right now. It's easy to play. It's easy to win. And you just have to make sure you use that code NGAME when you check out, because they also get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you sign up. So if you haven't tried Underdog yet, try it now. And before we start getting to your questions, which we were going to have a lot because it's win or go home, you can ask your questions anytime on Draft Lane. The Draft Lane app is us. It's our app. You ask a question and one of us will respond and answer, not just with answer to your question, but personalized feedback. So download it for free right now from the App Store, the Google Play Store. The app is called Draft Lane. And that's how you can get in touch with us to ask your fantasy football questions anytime. But let's get to these questions. The first, I'm trying to see if this is this possible. This says 5:25 p.m. Is that from yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, I had to set up the stream early because Christmas party last night. So,
okay, so let me just also say before we start with these questions, if you super chat, you guys really know how this works. If you've been on here before, super chat guarantees we put your question up. If you have a question you absolutely want to make sure that we put on the air and address before the game start here in a couple hours, use the super chat. We'll see it. We'll put it up. We'll do some of the others as well if we have time, but we already got a lot of questions. So Maximo, I hope you're on here. This question was from, let's see, 3 + 7, 10, 11, about 10 hours ago. So Maximo, thank you. Would you flex to Pacheco, Taylor, Singletary, Pollard, Malik Washington?
Wow. I think I'm going to go Taylor and Pollard, assuming he plays. I guess Malik Washington a little interesting with Waddle out, but it is the 49ers. I don't love that matchup.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of Jonnu.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go if Pollard doesn't play. If Pollard doesn't play and Tracy is somehow out, I'll go Taylor Singletary. If Pollard doesn't play and Tracy plays, I'll probably go Taylor Pacheco. But my preferred 1-2 is Taylor and Pollard.
All right. So Taylor's one. I'm going to put Washington last here because I still think, look, if Tyreek Hill doesn't play somehow, which I don't expect, then sure, I'll put Washington in. But Yeah, I'm not going to put Washington just because of Waddle. Gavin Ward, this one also from
This
last.
is not a real. This is not a real question.
I don't know. What if they sit Barkley? No. Okay. Edgar Padilla. Flex 1 in standard. Pacheco, Madison, Taylor, Etienne, Flowers, Debo.
I'm gonna assume that's Patrick Taylor. If it's Jonathan Taylor, it's easily Jonathan Taylor. Like by a mile.
Yeah. Given the company he's in here, I'm assuming it's Patrick Taylor.
I do wonder if it's non-PPR standard. I assume non-PPR, which I generally don't want to play a wide receiver, and I definitely don't generally want to play a wide receiver like Zay Flowers, who seems to be allergic to touchdowns these days. 5 touchdowns last week, and he gets 0. Not sure how that's even possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel great about Pacheco. It's not a good matchup against Houston, and we saw a split with Kareem Hunt. I really do not want to start Madison. So it's between Patrick Taylor and Flowers for me. You know, I might just go Patrick Taylor here in non-PPR.
Yeah. If you just need one, thankfully. At least we know Taylor's getting touches, right? He could score. Probably
Exactly.
as much touchdown upside, more touchdown upside, I would say, than Flowers. So let's go Taylor.
Yep. Yeah, I think you just go Taylor here.
Darth Bone. What's up, Mark? Semifinal question. Needs upside. He's down 15, and the opponent is stacked. Okay, so let's see.
I mean, you're down 15, so what, they had Lad McConkey?
Yeah, that's not a huge thing.
Or maybe they had Bo Nix.
Huh? Yeah.
Or maybe they had Bo Nix. How many points did Bo Nix get? Like 15 or something?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're down because your opponent oh, that's interesting. Superflex lineup. Well, you have Sutton in there. Did you already play Sutton? Start 2 tight ends. Trust Flowers. Okay. Superflex lineup. 2 on Hurts. Okay. Sutton, Keenan, AJB, Walker, Taylor, McBride. 3 flex. BTJ, Flowers, JSN. Cincy defense. Okay, so he's got Kendrick Miller on the bench, Bigsby, Jonnu on the bench, McMillan on the bench. I don't think any of those others need to be started. So he asked, do I flex Jonnu over Flowers, Kendrick Miller, perhaps?
I can't flex Jonnu over those guys. It's the 49ers are still tough against tight ends. I know Jonnu will get the targets. I don't know if Jonnu's going to have the highest of ceilings this week, of course. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he still will. But I don't think I can flex him. Whoops. Like I like BTJ and JSN and Flowers to a lesser degree enough. Especially like if with Nelson Aguilar's not playing, Rashad Bateman might not play. I mean, they might actually have to throw the ball to Flowers. We know Deontay Johnson is definitely not playing because he's not even on the Ravens anymore. That might be the worst trade of the year. That's got to be the worst trade of the year.
By far.
I know they didn't give up a lot for Deontay Johnson, but what did they get in return? They got literally 1 catch for 6 yards.
They got a headache.
Yeah, they got a headache is what they got. I think what I'm debating here is, do I play Kendrick over like Patrick Taylor?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. If there's anybody on the bench to consider here, it would be either Miller, Jonnu. You're not playing over McBride. I don't think I would flex him. And then McMillan's interesting, but your receivers are good enough that I'm not going to play McMillan. So really, it's Kendrick Miller. Would he go over Walker, maybe even, or Taylor?
I don't know if I could do it over Walker. I know Walker. I know it's a tough spot for Walker this week. But he's just such a better player. He's just such a better player. I would really be kicking myself if like Kenneth Walker rips off a 40-yard touchdown and then scores another short touchdown and Patrick Taylor gets like 8 points. I would really be kicking myself. Or Kendrick Miller gets like 11 points or something. It's between Kendrick and Patrick Taylor.
Right. I think I'd go Kendrick over Taylor.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Okay. So let's keep Flowers in there because that is a good point. If Bateman, even if he plays, is not good to go, and um, don't love him this week, but I still think he can score as much as Jonnu. So there we go. Let's just put Kendre instead of Taylor, and the rest is good. Chad Cherkowick, thanks for all the help. All right, let's keep it going. Half PPR needs 2 receivers in a flex. London, McMillan, Tyreek, Taylor, Najee, Abdullah. Smell that championship.
Nice. I think we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Tyreek and do I?
London is a tough one. We've been saying all week, don't feel a very high ceiling with him. I just don't think. I mean, let's face it, they won't need to pass much. Just they won't need to because of the matchup. But are really we're going to see Michael Penix Jr. Throw it out there 35 times or more? Probably not.
You know what worries me about London and like the wide receivers? They're talking about like they haven't even caught a single pass from this guy all year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're getting extra working after practice, but I mean, okay. But man, McMillan, I don't know, but maybe I'm too low. Maybe I'm too low on McMillan this week. It is a good matchup.
McMillan is a guy. I feel like he's also one of the ones we've had the most questions about this week, and especially on Draftline. I know a ton of questions have involved McMillan. I will say we don't want to necessarily buy too much into touchdowns, but the targets have been there, and Cade Otton, is out, which, okay, that's a couple of targets, right? A couple of targets are vacated by Cade Otton not being there. But Baker's looking his way. I think that's the main thing. It's not like a Jalen Coker situation where he has barely been on the field all year because he's hurt, and then he shows up and makes a big play, and then McMillan is guy that they've been wanting to be that number 2 receiver. Now he's kind of emerging. Like we felt like this was what should have happened. Right. So I'm pretty confident in McMillan, but that said, he's still clearly the number 2 behind Mike Evans. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to get carried away here. But it's also the Cowboys without Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
He does have more upside in London. It's just riskier.
Yeah. But then the question becomes in half PPR, like, do we flex Taylor or London? Like, am I willing to sit London for Taylor? Because we need two wide receivers in a flex. I can eliminate Abdullah and Najee. Like if Abdullah and Najee have a big game this week, oh well. Like I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. It's between those first 4, and it's like, well, I might just go those first 3. I think Patrick Taylor probably gives you the highest floor if you just want to play it safe and flex him and just take that floor because he's gonna get the touches. He's probably gonna get you at least 8 to 10 points in half PPR, something like that. But I think the other 3 have more ceiling, so I might just play the first 3: London, McMillan, and Tyreek.
Yeah, I'm going to just go to the first 3. London should get you a floor. McMillan does have a ceiling, but is risky. Taylor, I don't know. I'm just not very super confident in Taylor. I feel like he's just the last man standing. Yes, he'll get touches, but also, it's very significant for the 49ers. Trent Williams is also out again.
Yeah.
That matters a lot. So I really feel like Taylor is going to be touchdown dependent for any kind of I don't even say big, productive fantasy game. So, all right, Chad, bottom line, go London, McMillan, Tyreek. Get that championship.
Yes.
Marcus, what is up, Marcus? In that crazy league where lots of points are scored, we need 2 in a flex. Bijan, Jacobs, Mixon, JT, Kendre, Nico, Tyreek, Neighbors, Jennings.
Jeez. Well, you got to start Bijan and Jacobs. I mean, they almost start with like 20-point floors just from carries alone. I think I know there are big play bonuses in this league too. But when's the last time Tyreek had a big play? I might just go Nico and Neighbors here. At least Neighbors gets the targets.
Even without Tim Boyle.
Yeah, I know. It's well, look, he's back to like 15-point Neighbors, right? 14, 15-point Neighbors.
And then the flex, I feel in this league, you not just almost always want to flex a running back, but also Jennings is very iffy. So it's kind of between Mixon and JT, right?
Yeah, it's between Mixon and JT, and I think I'll just go JT. He's got a better matchup. He gets all the he probably is gonna get 20 plus carries too. So I think I'm going Bijan, Jacobs, JT, and Nico. Those guys are locked in.
Okay.
It's just the other wide receiver, Tyreek or Neighbors. I mean, Tyreek certainly has more upside than Neighbors, but he also has a lot more risk. I mean, even it's not like Waddle got peppered with targets last week. He played what, like half the first quarter, and Tyreek still was a bum. So, like, even though I like Tyreek more with Waddle out, it's not like I don't know. I might just still go Neighbors here. That one's tough. That one is tough.
Yeah, Bijan, Jacobs, no doubters. Definitely, I would flex JT. Nico's a no-brainer. I know I don't know. I think I would go Tyreek just because, again, it's just Drew Lock. The Drew Lock factor here. I just don't see a high ceiling with Neighbors. I know I don't feel like great game from Tyreek either. That's the tough one, like you said. Yeah, it's tough between those two. All right, Manny Lara. Njoku, Chig, or Strange? He said he's already got BTJ, so does that matter?
Nah, it doesn't matter. I mean, we saw last week if you had BTJ and Strange, you probably did pretty well.
That's right.
I'm guessing you did have BTJ and Strange last week because you didn't have Njoku. I'm still going Njoku here if he plays, but if not, I will go Strange, yes.
Yeah, Njoku, but be prepared. If Njoku doesn't play or still if it's a game time decision, we don't know. Okay, just go Strange over Chick. Lions or Colts? Defense.
I'm just going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go Colts against Mason Rudolph.
Lions, the thing is, despite matchup, they're getting no pressure. That defense is like holding on for its life just to stay on the field. Let's go Colts. NTY, welcome back. Game time. Here's his lineup. Baker, Nico, Amon-Ra, Cook, Connor, Strange, Keenan, and the Bengals with Fairbairn. Go big or go home. What do you think?
I mean, I think you got a great lineup here. You got a lot of good players. I think a lot of upside. So good luck. I hope you take it down.
Yeah. You got Connor. Like I said, that's huge right there. I like Strange this week. Bengals defense, go figure. Go figure. One of the worst defenses in the league might wind up being the best for fantasy. All right. Good luck, NTY. Definitely pulling for you. Tyler C. in the 0.7 PPR league. Lamar, Sun God Evans, Connor Cook, Muth Packers. Ooh. All right. In this format, flexing Bucky or Adams, or are you switching anything here?
Well, let's see. Can we switch something? No, I'm not. No. No. Oh, man.
It's like in between half and full PPR. So it's one of those weird things.
Adams gets the Raiders. Yeah, it's like a little more than half. I kind of would probably view it. I think in this format, I got to go Adams. If it was like, who's the other? Somebody in here has like a 0 point. Remember, somebody has like a 0.2 PPR league where it's like barely, it's like almost non PPR. Then I might go Bucky. But in this format, this is. I mean, even a half PPR, I'd probably lean Adams over Bucky, and this is more than half PPR. So I think I got to go Adams. It's too good of a matchup, and he's been smashing. So I think I got to go Adams here. But man, that's tough. But you have a great team, so it might not even matter.
Well, yeah, this is true. I know. Let's go Adams. Getting so many targets here. You're good. Very good. Big man fishing. Good morning. Okay, so with Garendo out, needs a flex, B-Rob, Thielen, Harrison, Judy, Jennings, DK. Those are all the choices because it's an 8-teamer.
Well, I'm gonna say, I mean, it's a good matchup for Thielen this week, and Coker might not play, and if he plays, maybe he's limited.
And Legette's already out.
Back in on Thielen again. I'm gonna go Thielen.
Legette has already been ruled out because he got injured last week, and like you said, Coker. Okay, here we go. Back in on Thielen. Yeah, well, look, we don't know what we're getting from Harrison, like because you just don't ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done, close to done. Like he could have a big game, but I'll find out on my bench.
Right. DK. Oh, come on. There again. The whole guilt trip on the offense coordinator. He's like, oh man, I feel so bad we can't get the ball to him, and like I wish we could throw it to him on every play. Yeah, that's what they said about Debo. Let's go Thielen. Jim Slim. Keenan Allen facing a banged up secondary. Jacoby getting Aiden O'Connell back. Should I bench Higgins? I don't think you can bench Higgins.
Yeah, I want to get those guys in my lineup, but
so you guys Thielen. So do we just need 2 out of these 5 receivers? I think that's what it is.
I think so. I'm not going to start Thielen and McMillan over these guys. No way. Man, yeah, I think you still got to go Higgins. I mean, really, Higgins has only had, and according to Zach Taylor, he's good to go. And one of the beat writers I follow asked him like any worries like about a snap count. He said no, he's full go, and he gets the Browns this week. It's the Browns. The defense has not been good for a while.
No.
So then it becomes down to Keenan with that juicy slot matchup against the Lions, or Jacoby with Aiden O'Connell against the Jags. That is such a good matchup for Jacoby against the Jags. And man, he gets so many targets. But the last time these teams played, Keenan Allen had like a monster game.
He did.
I think I got to chase that massive. I mean, we've seen slot wide receivers not named Jaden Reed destroy this secondary, and the Lions are all kinds of banged. I mean, even Shakir last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago when they played, had a monster game. I think I got to go Keenan here, barely over Jacoby. That one's tough. Higgins and Keenan.
Yeah, when you have very good options here. I mean, Keenan he's been hot lately, put it that way. And then Aiden O'Connell, yes, I'm in on Aiden O'Connell for the most part, but we can't just assume that this offense is all just gonna light it up. There's still risk. Aiden O'Connell looks more like he did the last time he played. So let's go Keenan and Higgins. Julio. Andrews over Hawk. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I think I go. I mean, definitely look Aguilar out, Rashad Bateman maybe out or very limited. Andrews has been scoring. He's been mostly good. I think I got to go Andrews over Hawk.
Yeah, and then asking to block on defense, blocking the opponent by picking up the Bengals.
I mean, if they haven't picked up the Bengals by now, why they're probably okay with their defense, right? Like, why would if they wanted to play the Bengals, wouldn't they already have the Bengals? I mean, I guess you can if you're really worried about it, but wouldn't they have already picked up the Bengals?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. And it's not like a sure thing the Bengals are going to rack up points, so I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, we have Christian Diaz, 1984. How are we feeling about Lamar? Okay, so that's, we're going to get some of these because, yes, the Steelers have a good defense. No, he wasn't great last time they played. Like you said, receivers are banged up. If you have Darnold, could you do it?
No. No. Who would I like? I would start Josh Allen over him. I would start Joe Burrow over him. I would maybe start Jalen Hurts over him. That one you could maybe talk me into. Maybe. That's it. Like if Lamar Jackson has carried you all year long, Lamar Jackson has the potential to be the highest scoring QB on any given week. Sam Darnold is not going to be the highest scoring QB unless he just does something absolutely outrageous, which I don't envision this week on the road in Seattle. I'm rolling with Lamar. If this is the week Lamar lets me down, oh well. This guy carried you all year. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah, and Darnold is never a sure thing as good as he's been. And then defense, just go with Cincinnati here against DTR.
I think you have to.
There you go. Cody needs to drop one between Coker, Ford, Garendo, Taylor. Well, you might as well drop Garendo if he's not playing, right?
Yeah, but I would hate to drop Garendo and then he plays next week and you're in the championship. I'm just going to drop Coker. Is anybody really going to pick up Coker? Are you ever going to play Coker? Like, is there ever a scenario where you're putting Coker in your starting lineup? Like, you're in the championship game and you need Jalen Coker. I sure hope not. I'm dropping Coker.
Probably not. All right, let's drop Coker. And then we have Jason Quinones, semifinals. Go Mahomes, Kelsey, or look elsewhere. AR and Wilson are available.
I'm not playing Wilson.
Okay, Addison or Thielen?
I benched Wilson for Aiden O'Connell in the league. Dynasty Superflex, by the way. Dynasty Superflex, not one QB.
I hope so.
I don't think. I mean, I will say Anthony Richardson might have more upside than Mahomes this week, but he also has way more risk of just ending your season, right? Going out there and throwing, fumbling the ball, throwing 2 interceptions, not running in any touchdowns, and giving you 2 fantasy points, like Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston ended seasons last week. That's the kind of risk AR has. Sure, he could have a big game, but he also has the risk to end your season. Mahomes will at least be good. Mahomes, he's been fine. He hasn't been great, but he's been fine. I'm just sticking with Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah. Kelsey, again, what tight end are you going to pick up and play over Kelsey? I did say if it was Carson Wentz at quarterback, maybe you can go Brenton Strange for Freiermuth or somebody like that, but no, just stick with Kelsey. Okay, then Addison or Thielen, that might be a tough one.
Yeah, I know. If with Coker banged up, it makes Thielen more interesting, but I just think Addison has just such a way higher ceiling. And it's not like Addison doesn't have a floor. It's not like Addison is 0 or 30. Even last week, he got you over 13, so it's not like he killed you. He got you more than Thielen last week.
It's
so I'm just going to roll with Addison and look for that. Because Addison can have the type of game that, I'm not going to say wins it by yourself, but 30 plus and gives you greatly increases your chances of winning. There you go.
Shoot for upside, go for the ceiling. It's Addison, and then Packers or Colts for defense. Packers
at home against Spencer Rattler. I will take that. Thank you very much.
Yes, Packers. It is. Okay. And by the way, guys, so we're just now caught up to all the super chats we got before we started streaming. So if you did super chat anytime in the past 45 minutes, hang tight. We're catching up. We have a lot of questions because it's semis or finals for a lot of you. So let's go through those. G6, McMillan, Tracy, Najee, or Taylor.
If it's full PPR, I'll gamble on McMillan. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Taylor. I'd probably go McMillan in half or PPR. I should say Taylor and non.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, guys, if you can tell us PPR half or if it happens to be non, that definitely makes a difference. Because if you don't say, we assume PPR. If it is PPR, I'll go McMillan here. And then we have Wang. Mahomes or Darnold? Just had this.
No, we had Lamar or Darnold.
Oh, was it? I'm confusing the
lines. Mahomes or AR.
Mahomes or okay.
Yeah, this is definitely different than Lamar. I will go Darnold because you can't feel great about Mahomes. I just don't feel like Mahomes. Mahomes certainly gives you a floor at QB, but he doesn't give you a ton of upside. I'm not worried about the rain. I mean, let me see if something has changed. Last time I looked, it was like scattered showers, which is basically just Seattle. Yeah, it still says just scattered showers.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the rain. Plus, let's not, KC, I think it says, what does it say for KC here? It just says just cold and light winds, so nothing really to worry about there. I just think Darnold has more upside than Mahomes, though, and he still has a floor. So here I am going to go Darnold.
Yeah, you can't just ignore weather completely, but again, we don't overreact to it. Rain in Seattle is that's normal Seattle. The Rodney here says Seattle weather is going to wreck my week. I wouldn't go that far.
I don't think so.
And then Tone Neg needs an RB2 and a flex. Najee, Taylor, Debo, Dobbs.
I'm going to go Taylor at RB2. Oh, man. I mean, I get it's, geez. I really don't want to play Dobbs. I know he scored twice last week, but 3 catches? 3 catches? 5 targets? I mean,
Well, I would pick Dobbs over Debo because at least he actually gets touchdowns. Debo's last year. For me. Najee.
Najee against the Ravens, but Najee had a pretty good game against them last time.
Well, I mean, look, with Dobbs, you're just hoping for a touchdown, right? That's it. Hope for a touchdown. Najee, could he get a touchdown? I think
you're basically
just go with the 2 running backs.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping for a touchdown from all these guys, honestly.
Right.
Yeah, let's just go the 2 running backs, man.
And Carlos M. Good morning. Are we still picking Terry over DJ Moore?
I am.
Do you like Moore this week? But keeping some faith in Terry. Strange over Muth? No, I think we got Muth.
Yeah, I'm going Muth. No Pickens. Ravens haven't been great against tight ends. I know Strange has a great matchup too, so it's not like he's in a tough spot here either. But Muth has been scoring touchdowns, so I'm gonna go Muth.
And then kicker question. Got 3 choices between Sanders, McManus, or Ryland.
I don't even know who Ryland. Every time I see the name Ryland, I think of that game, that old Nintendo game that most people probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Ryland, is that Arizona? I'm gonna say it's Arizona.
Maybe him. Aren't they at home in the dome or the semi-dome or whatever it is? No weather issues. I don't know. Pick one.
Yeah, it is Arizona.
Flip a 3-sided coin.
There you go. Get your dodecahedron D&D dice, roll it, and then if it's a double-digit number, divide it by 3, and then keep dividing it until you get no. Okay. I'll go Ryland.
There you go.
Hernan Ramos needs 2. Adams, Wilson, London, Neighbors, JSN.
You got to start Adams. I think I have JSN second, despite the offensive coordinator who saying they got to get DK more involved. JSN's the one who has been more involved and has been really good. So I'm going to go Adams, JSN. And it's the Vikings. They give up like the most points to wide receivers.
Right. I think with Geno now firmly in and not hurt, apparently, just go JSN. Target share, good matchup. And Adams. TG. Chuba, Mixon, Walker, Sharps, Pollard, pick 2. It's the first 2.
I'm going to go Mixon, Chuba here. I don't feel great about Walker. You can't start Charbonnet with Walker back. Even though Pollard has probably maybe the second best matchup behind Chuba. Very worried about his health. I'm just going to go Mixon, Chuba. They're the workhorses. Let's go. Chuba Mixon.
Yep, Chuba Mixon. Antoine McDougall. Kyler or JD?
Yeah, I'm not benching JD. I mean, like I would bench him for Hurts, Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, but that's it. But I mean, like I get being nervous about JD, but I mean, are we more nervous about Kyler? Kyler is
Yes.
yeah, just give me JD.
Yeah, Kyler Murray in a good matchup still makes me more nervous than JD in a bad matchup. So I'm just going to take what JD gives me.
Man.
Deja entendu. Flex 1. Thielen, Ford, Addison, or McMillan?
I think I have to go Addison here. I think he's got to be number one.
Yeah.
I like it's not like he doesn't have a floor. It's not like he's boom or bust. But his booms can carry you. Can just be a total difference maker. So I'm just going to go Addison here and hope for that huge game.
Yeah. Addison kind of stands out here. And then, usually one of the first, and he's one of the first since we got on, is Moises. Unfortunately, won't be asking too many questions. Says he is out because King Henry did nothing. And Monty, of course, we know what happened there.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was...
And Mixon.
Brutal. Oh, Henry, it's crazy. You have these three, Henry, Monty, and Mixon carry you all season long. And then in week 15, they just disappear. They just all disappear at the same time. Brutal.
Well, I thought you had 2 leagues, though, Moises. I thought you did. Maybe you're already in it. Well, hang out, still with us. I know you're always here. I know the best teams definitely do not always win. That's what we all find out. TG also has a QB question. Baker, Mahomes?
Here, I'll definitely go Baker. I think Baker is my, like after those 5 QBs I already said, I'm like not benching basically. Baker is next for me.
Yeah, Baker for sure. Strong, very strong start this week. And then Victor Sanchez had the super chat. Here's the question. Jared Goff or Kyler Murray?
Here I think I will go Kyler. Goff on the road in Chicago makes me very, very nervous. I mean, Kyler makes me nervous. I don't feel great, but at least he's got the Panthers, so I'll go Kyler over Goff.
Yeah, I know after last week, you're like, how can you sit Goff? You can sit Goff. It's a very different matchup. I have to trust matchups. And then Juwan Jennings, T. Higgins, or DJ Moore?
Man, if we're only picking one, I'm going T.
Yeah, again, I like DJ Moore this week, but there's no sure thing. You know, it could be Keenan Allen's week. Could be another random Rome Odunze touchdown week. So let's go T. Bertrand, 850. Pick 2, Kendre Spears, Taylor Thielen.
If it's any kind of PPR, Thielen is going to be 1. Then it's going to come down to if Pollard is out, I go Spears. If Pollard plays, I go Kendre. So Thielen and then either Spears or Kendre based on Pollard.
I think that's fair. Spears, if Pollard is completely out. If Pollard plays, you can go Kendre. Arvin Angeles, good morning. Needs to. Pollard, Spears, Aaron Jones, Patrick Taylor, or Pacheco. I feel like Aaron Jones deserves a spot here for sure.
Yeah, definitely. No, Aaron Jones is 1. I think I go either Aaron Jones and Pollard or Aaron Jones and Spears. Obviously, it depends on if Pollard plays.
There you go. All right, so Jones for sure. If Pollard plays, it's him. If he doesn't, it's Spears. Gabo Gexy, Wilson or Terry in PPR?
I'm still going Terry. Terry's been mostly incredible this year. I can't really bench him, even in this tough matchup. I got to just put my trust into him and the talent in JD here.
Yeah, and which, by the way, Arvin also had a QB question. It's definitely easily by far JD. His question was Daniels or Russ.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm benching Russ for Aiden O'Connell in my Superflex league.
Yeah.
Russ against the Ravens with nobody to throw to?
No. And then needs one here between MVS, Pacheco, or Bateman. Bateman, who is questionable.
I'm just gonna go Pacheco. Hope he falls in the end zone or something. Bateman, very questionable. MVS with Rattler, no thank you.
Yeah, just take something. You can get 0. DC, great work all year. Oh, thank you. Full PPR pick 2, K9 Rico Chuba.
Oh, man, I think I gotta go. I think Chuba's the one for sure. He gets the Cardinals. He's still the guy there. It's not a tough matchup. Man, Rico's been so good, but the Bucks have also been much, much better against running backs lately. This is not a great, but I mean, man, Kenneth Walker gets the Vikings.
Yeah, that's my worry. It's a terrible matchup for Walker. Who knows if he's really 100%? I'm probably just going to go Rico and Chuba. This is from me. I've been a Walker stan since he came into the league, but I don't know.
The thing is, like, he's not even on the injury report, so I kind of feel like he's 100%.
Yeah, my thing is, though, you remember before he even got injured a couple weeks ago, we had like a 5-week stretch where he didn't even average 4 yards per carry. I mean, he had been basically doing nothing for fantasy. So I'm not all of a sudden inspired, because he's healthy against the Vikings run defense.
Yeah, I get all that. I'm certainly not inspired either, but I'm not really inspired by Rico against the Bucks. But I don't know. Maybe I do go Chuba and Rico.
What about Hawkinson or Strange?
I think I still got to go Hawkinson here.
That's an interesting one. That's kind of where Strange falls in, right? He's kind of like that solid tier. I've been going Strange. I think he has more upside because of target share, so I'll go Strange on this one. Moises does need to set his lineup for a 10 team just to avoid punishment. Okay. Don't want punishment. 2 receivers, a flex, and a tight end. Myers, Neighbors, Tyreek, Thielen, B-Rob. Has a Harrison, Hunter Henry, or Njoku?
All right. Well, Njoku at tight end if he plays for sure here. 2 wide receivers. I think I'm just going to go Jacoby and Neighbors. Even with Jalen Waddle out, it's still not a good matchup for Tyreek.
In the flex.
I mean, but I probably still have to flex. I honestly probably still have to flex Tyreek. So, yeah, those first 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, I was going to say Neighbors, Hills where it's close, but let's just play them all, those first 3. Myers, Neighbors, Hill, and then a tight end. I guess Njoku if he plays, and if he doesn't, you just go Hunter Henry.
Yep.
Jim Slim, 92. It is risky starting Henry today. Believe it or not. Connor and Chase Brown. Henry's at the flex. Pollard, Miller, JT on the bench.
Let's go. I would play JT over Henry, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Do or die. Let's do it. Connor and Chase Brown are no doubters. Let's do JT. I like JT. I put him on the Boom video. I think he'll bounce back. It's disappointing. It's funny. It's easy to say, well, all these people lost because he dropped the ball at the goal line. At least he would have had a touchdown. Derrick Henry had a worse game still than JT. How many people lost their matchup because Derrick Henry didn't score a touchdown or only had, 60 yards or something? You know what I mean? That one play, that highlight or low light stands out because he dropped the ball. But Derrick Henry was worse than Jonathan Taylor. So how many people rode Derrick Henry to the semis or the finals and lost because he had a dud? We don't have that statistic. So
yep.
Dennis Johnson. Just want to say thanks to both of you. All right. Started out 2-5, finished 8-6. Nice.
Well done.
Keep saying it. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Okay, Hill or Neighbors?
I'm going Neighbors.
Both risky. I hate to tell you, Dennis. I'm on the Hill side of the hill, and he's on the Neighbors side, but it's close. I can see both. It's Drew Lock. It's Drew Lock. Jared Simmons needs help. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Mixon, Miller, Murphy. It's Murphy.
I don't know.
Murphy? Trying to think, who could that possibly be? Mixon, Miller, Murphy, Bigsby, Jamar Chase, Puka, McMillan, D Hop, and look,
Gus getting 20 points on everybody's bench this week. Ridiculous. That game was ridiculous. We had like what, 6 or 7 touchdowns in that game, and none of them were by anybody started. It was like Devon Villay scored, Michael Burton scored, Audric Estime scored, Gus got 2. It was like who are all these guys? Like where is Sutton? Where is Ladd? Where are the guys we actually started in fantasy? What's going on here?
Even the guy that maybe some people considered starting, like Stone Smart, like, oh, he didn't even score a touchdown. So
no. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like all these points and not for anybody that anybody needed or helped. So I don't know who Murphy is, so I'm just gonna go Mixon and Miller at running back. I'm gonna go Chase Puka at wide receiver, and then I'm just gonna flex McMillan. Chase that upside. Chase it. It's PPR.
There you go. Yeah, now I'm going to be wondering. It must be a running back because he's among the running backs. Okay. Oh, well. Now let's just go Mixon, Miller, Chase, Puka, McMillan. There you go. Don't worry about Gus. Joe Hill. It's a standard 10 team. Thanks for telling us that. Needs a flex. Walker, Miller, or Shakir.
I think in non-PPR, I'm still going Walker here. I could be okay with Miller if you're worried about Walker, but I don't think I could start Kendra over Kenneth Walker personally.
Yeah, if this was PPR, it might be Shakir, but in standard,
PPR would definitely be Shakir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's standard. Let's go running back. Man. Yeah, I think I'll go Walker here. This is tough. All right, Moises for 5th place. Needs 2-2 in a flex. Henry, Connor, B-Rob, Neighbors, Myers, Higgins, BTJ. Is this a situation where you just kind of rage bench Henry since he got you to the 5th place game?
I mean, yeah, it's 5th place. Do whatever you want is my kind of mind. I mean, honestly, I don't even pay attention to my leagues once I'm out, but no, I'm still starting Henry here because Brian Robinson in a very tough spot this week against the Eagles. So I'm going Henry, Connor, Higgins, BTJ, and I'll flex Jacoby here. I think Jacoby has just as high as a floor as Neighbors, but a better ceiling.
There you go. Matt Holscher, pick one. Patrick Taylor, Tracy, or Dobbs?
Yeah, just give me Patrick Taylor, whatever he gives me. Not starting Tracy. And Dobbs, touchdown or bust. I'll just take Taylor.
Yeah. And then back to Moises for the 3rd place game. I like that you're still fighting. 2-2-1 in a tight end. Mixon, Henry, B-Rob, Tracy, Terry, AJB, Sun God, Keenan, Devontae, Stranger, Ertz. Well, I go Stranger.
Yeah, I see why you lost all your matchups last week. You have like Derrick Henry in every league, and you decided after carrying your team all year to no-show last week. And Mixon, same thing. He no-showed too. So, yeah, that's brutal.
Against the Giants.
But I'm going Mixon, Henry this week. Terry, Sun God, AJB at the flex, Strange at tight end.
There you go. At least you can take home 3rd. Hey, sometimes some leagues you get money for 3rd. You get your money back or something. Pedro, Camacho, start Kelsey or Strange?
Yeah. I mean, this may come back to bite me. Strange may outscore Kelsey, but I don't think I can bench Kelsey for Strange.
Yeah, I had said this at the very beginning of the stream. If it was Wentz, I would say, okay, I'm going Strange over Kelsey. But I mean, Kelsey should be fine still. Let's go Kelsey. Richard Oliveira needs 1. Worthy, Strange, MVS. Now here, I could be convinced to go with the tight end Strange.
I don't even know if I could.
Like Worthy,
I mean, over MVS, definitely.
Yeah, Worthy did get targets last week.
Yeah, and wasn't just last week. It just seems like over the last few weeks, like almost like what we saw to a lesser degree with Rashee Rice last year. Like Rashee Rice was really bad for like half the season, and then he started coming on later in the season, Now, Worthy hasn't been as good down the stretch as Rice was last year, but I mean, you look at Worthy, my computer can never do anything. Like, you look at Worthy since week 12, he's had 6 or more targets in every game, 5 or more catches in 3 straight games. Like, at least the floor is there for him now. Like, it's not like he's like boom bust. Like, at least he gives you a floor, but he still has that upside. The Texans much worse against the pass than the run, like much worse. So I think I'm just going to go Worthy here.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, look, we don't expect Hollywood to get very many targets, if any. So I know I need to kind of adjust my thinking on Xavier Worthy, where it was like I don't want to deal with him because he could give you 0, but he hasn't given you 0 much lately. All right, let's go Worthy here. Love or Goff at QB?
I'm going to go Love at home against the Saints. I know he might not need to throw it a lot. Maybe Josh Jacobs will get 3 touchdowns, but I'd rather have Love at home against the Saints and Goff on the road against the Bears.
There you go. The home field advantage. And then we have LeJonte Williams. Thank you. Have Joe Mixon, Bijan, Henry, JSN, Hill, Jennings, Nico, Judy, Miller, and Cooper. Who to start? It's PPR. Don't know how many you need, but we'll do our best.
I think assuming you need, I'll assume 2-2-1. When they don't say, I just assume 2-2-1. So I'm going to go Bijan, Mixon, Nico, JSN. Yeah, flex is going to be tough. I think in PPR, I'll just flex Tyreek, though. I'll just flex Tyreek with Waddle out and hope he comes through.
Yeah, Bijan is a no doubter. Let's go Mixon over Henry because of the matchup. If we happen to need a third receiver or second flex, who would it be? Would it be Judy or Jennings?
I think if I need another flex, I'll go Derrick Henry. I don't. Man.
Henry. Oh.
Jennings, Judy with DTR. I know Henry was really bad last week, but he always has the potential for like 2 touchdowns. I don't think I could bench Henry for guys like Judy or Jennings yet, personally.
All right, there you go. And if it happens to be any different here, or you want to tell us, LeJonte, then you can let us know. But that's where we're going. Bijan, Mixon, Nico, JSN, and then Hill. And then if you need more, then you can do that. Cali Kid needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Chase Brown, Connor, Dowdle, Hall, Tracy, Rashad, Lamb, London, BTJ, Nakua, and Pickens.
Oh, this is going to be easy. Chase Brown, Connor, running back, Lamb, Puka, wide receiver, and I'm flexing BTJ. Easy.
Easy and stacked.
Yes.
Stacked lineup.
Yes.
Okay. Napoleon Woodson, notice, has been very active early in the chat. Welcome, Napoleon. Mahomes, Goff, Richardson.
I'm just gonna we kind of had this question, but without Goff very early, right? Mahomes and Richardson. I'm just gonna go Mahomes here. I just think Mahomes gives me a high enough floor. Again, the Texans are much worse against the pass than the run. Look, maybe Mahomes isn't the best QB this week, but he can go for like 250 and 2 touchdowns. So I'm gonna go Mahomes.
Yeah, Richardson is not a guy I don't want to trust in my fantasy playoff, whatever round it is, no matter who the options are, unless the options are Drew Lock, Spencer Rattler, etc. I know you think that Goff does have a higher ceiling. It should be Goff, but this matchup, we can't ignore it. Goff has had some down games. In fact, think about it without getting too deep here. Goff, those games stand out when he has a huge game because he'll have a huge game, but before last week, 0 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns with 221 yards, and he had a pretty good game against Green Bay. But he'll go a stretch with like 3 or 4 weeks just kind of being mediocre, and they'll have a huge game. And then he'll go 3 or 4 weeks just being mediocre, and then he'll have a huge game. You know what I mean? It was a huge game because it was a shootout. It's not going to be a shootout with Chicago. So let's take the safety of Mahomes. Savage Era. needs a flex. Dobbs, DK, Sharp, Debo.
Here I'll just gamble on DK. These guys are all risky. I don't think you can start Charbonnet with Walker back. It is the Vikings. Look, they get to play the Vikings. It's a great matchup. So I'll gamble on DK here.
Not playing Debo. Charbonnet, nah, he's definitely not startable. Just go DK. Yeah. Sorry, I can't resist. We one of these questions that just catches you off guard, and in the name too. Goku Cheetos.
All right.
Noah Gray, Ray McLeod, or Jalen Coker.
I'd probably just go Jalen Coker. I'd probably go Jalen Coker if he plays. Otherwise, Noah Gray.
Wow, Ray's last. Oh man, the disrespect to Ray.
With Michael Penix Jr. starting, no thanks.
Yeah, he might be the leading receiver.
Yeah, I'm not banking on that. Maybe
well,
he will.
Coker plays. I'll go Coker too. All right, and let's do Nemesis. As always here, Goff or Stafford.
Yeah, I'll still go Goff here. I mean, Stafford on the road against the Jets, that doesn't really make me feel good either. I think I'll still go Goff.
And then Cody, pick one to flex. What, over Terry? I'm not flexing any of those guys. Maybe Thielen.
Yeah, I'm not playing any of those guys over Terry. I mean, maybe Thielen, but I mean, I don't love it.
Just stick with Terry.
I mean, I would probably play Thielen over Devonta, honestly. AJ Brown's good to go, but even that is close. So yeah, I'm not benching Terry for Thielen.
Yeah, don't love the matchup, but no. With this group, no. So let's go Jacoby Thielen Terry. How about that? And then we have Miranda Natera. Welcome back. Pick 3. Collins, Higgins, Neighbors, BTJ London, DJ Moore. That's a good group.
Yeah, but I think you got to play Collins, Higgins, and BTJ, I think.
Yeah, Nico is a no-doubter. BTJ, probably number 2, and Higgins, number 3. Yeah. All right, there you go. And then I don't recognize Bad Sport. That's a pretty cool logo there.
I know. It reminds me of the Scooby-Doo episode with the... Anyways. If you know, you know. The ghost that sacked the quarterback. If you know, you know.
That's a good one. Muth or Kelsey?
I might be able to go Muth over Kelsey. I like Muth enough without Pickens to go him over Kelsey.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about Muth with Pickens out, and Kelsey. Muth has been on a roll scoring touchdowns, and he's saying name versus production. The thing is, Kelsey has had some games lately where he's been productive as a receiver. He's just not scoring touchdowns. So that's the difference. Muth is scoring touchdowns all of a sudden, like every week, and since he started, Kelsey has stopped. So this could go either way. I mean, if it's my team, I'm probably still keeping Kelsey in there, but I'm fine with Muth. I mean, I think he could be just as good. Okay, we have Alan Wendling at the membership here. Pollard or Kendre in half?
I might just go Kendre here. I am just a little nervous about Pollard, even though it's a much better matchup for Pollard. Kendre is going to get all the touches. I'm going to go Kendre.
Yeah, I'm good with Kendre. Jackson Boz, Pitts, Strange, or Henry. Let's get Pitts out of there.
Yeah, I can definitely just go Strange here. Like these Pitts, Henry, just go Strange.
Adventure needs 2 receivers in the flex. Hill, Addison, Judy, Thielen, Coleman, McMillan, Rashad, Pollard, Spears.
All right, well, I'm going to go Hill and Addison at wide receiver. And then there's going to be some ifs here. If Pollard is out, Spears will be my flex. If Pollard plays, I probably go Thielen. Maybe McMillan, but it depends on Coker. Okay, so if Pollard is out, it's Spears. If Pollard plays and Coker is out, it's Thielen. If Pollard plays and Coker plays, I might just go McMillan. A lot of ifs here.
Right. A lot of ifs there. Okay. Did you get all that, Adventure? I hope so. Omari. Don't say how many we need, but Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Chuba, Chase Brown. Let's rank them. I guess.
I'm gonna rank them: Chase Brown, JT, Chuba, Aaron Jones. But man, if you only have to start one of these guys, what?
Yeah, hopefully you can start two. Yeah, Chase Brown is a must start. You have Chase Brown, you just roll with him. And then I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. I like all of these guys a lot. Okay, then we have Vision Cardano. Evans and Jacobs are set. Good. Needs to flex two. Reek, Terry, Kyron, or JT.
Oh, man.
It's playoff time. We got a lot of stacked teams.
I feel like it's been like, I feel like we've seen like either absolute stacked teams or like teams where I'm like, how are you starting these guys in the playoffs? Like no in between. This is a stacked team for sure. It's full PPR, man.
Well,
I think I'm going Kyron Terry. I think Tyreek honestly is like not even in the equation for me with these guys. It's between the other three.
This is a situation where even though it is full PPR, I probably would go the two running backs because there is risk of Terry doing what he did last time against the Eagles. I feel like JT is in for he's got a floor still. He could be in for a big game against the Titans. Kyron should be probably number one. So
yeah, I will say the running backs are certainly safer. Like if you don't want to risk it with Terry, I'm okay with Kyron and JT.
Yeah. Terry is, could have a big game, could do nothing. So this comes down possibly to risk tolerance. Yeah, if it's me, I'd play those two running backs. So here's the other end of the equation. Tristan Rowell, sorry, it was an R. Punctuated with a sigh at the end. Here are the flex options. Tillman, if he plays, Thielen, or McMillan.
I mean, I don't mind Tillman this week, but I don't think I could start him over these guys. Again, I'm going to say Thielen if Coker is out for sure. If Coker plays, I might just gamble on McMillan. Although it's not a bad spot for Thielen this week. Cardinals not very good against the slot, so it's going to be between those two.
Yeah, I'll just go with Thielen because remember Leggett is already out. Let's go Thielen, and then we have Jacoby Myers, Thielen, DK Debo Taylor needs a wide receiver and a flex, and this is standard.
Standard non PPR. Well, then I probably flex Patrick Taylor, and I think I'll still go Jacoby here. It's not like Jacoby doesn't get yards or doesn't score touchdowns, and he gets the Jags. Like, he could have 80 yards and a touchdown this week. I'm going to go Taylor and Jacoby. Jacoby at wide receiver 2, Taylor at flex.
Yeah, only because it's standard. I'll go Taylor as well with Myers. And this is also non-PPR. It's MM17. Tight end. Ferguson, Gray. One tight end, one flex. Ferguson, Gray, and then McMillan, Abdullah.
I'll just gamble on Gray. At least he sometimes scores a touchdown. What Ferguson, man? What's going on? I don't know. And then I'll just give me McMillan. I know it's non PPR, and I know Abdullah scored last week, but that was garbage time on a reception, and he could do that, I guess. But yeah, I don't think they're going to need garbage time against the Jags, so I'm just going to go Gray and McMillan.
Yeah. It's non-PPR. You want a touchdown. One thing Ferguson is not doing is scoring touchdowns, like at all, ever. So Gray and McMillan. Trone, what's up? Njoku or Strange?
Njoku if he plays. If he doesn't, you go Strange.
There you go. Caleb G. Survived Cup last week. Nice. 2 I'm guessing they meant running backs. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. And then Love or Stafford at QB.
Love at QB. I'm going to go Rico Kendre at running back. I'm going to go Kupp, Garrett Wilson. I know it's terrifying playing Kupp, but this is actually a sneaky good spot for Kupp this week. Jets have been low-key bad against wide receivers lately, and especially against slot wide receivers. I'm going to go Kupp and G. Will. I'm going to put the 0 back in my lineup. And then I'm definitely going Strange at tight end.
Yeah. Good
oh, wait, we need a flex.
Well, there's not many options here. Let's just go Jennings or B-Rob.
Yeah, it's full PPR. I'll go Jennings. Not a good spot for Brian Robinson.
Paco Ramsauer. Thanks for the great content. You're welcome. Needs to pick 2 running backs in a flex between Henry, Connor, Bucky, Chase Brown, and Pacheco.
All right. Well, luckily this is easy. We just go Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, and James Conner. Sorry, Henry, you're out. And same with Pacheco. Chase Brown, Connor, Bucky.
There you go. Yeah, very good running backs.
Yes, very good.
Tony Priambo, tough one. Start 2 in a flex. HN, Chase, Hall, Bucky, Puka, London, and Terry. And early Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. 2 RBs are going to be HN and Chase Brown. 2 wide receivers are going to be Puka and Terry, and the flex is going to be Bucky.
Yeah, HN and Brown are musts. Here we'll go Terry, Puka and Terry, and then Flex and Bucky. All right. And then we got to do Andrea. It's one of our OGs. Bigsby or Patrick Taylor.
Yeah, just give me Patrick Taylor. He should get at least most of the touches, and he's in a way better offense.
Right. Running back for the Niners, running back for the Jags. Let's go Niners. And then we have Angel. Wait, what? Sangreal. I think that says Sangreal. 6 with 6.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Half PPR needs a flex. Najee, Worthy, Dell, Coker.
I'm just going to go Worthy here. Again, not starting Dell. Nah. If this is the week he goes off, it's on my waiver wire, honestly. We need wide receiver and a flex. I'll just go Worthy. It's half PPR. I'll go Worthy, Najee.
No, it just says need 1 flex, doesn't it?
Oh, 1 flex? Okay, Worthy. I think he's got the most upside. It's a good matchup for him. Not worried about Hollywood being back. He's barely going to play.
All right, then Cali Kid. I don't know if this is different. Feels like this is different. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Chase Brown, Connor, Dowdle, Irving, Kyron, London, Downs, Hopkins, Jennings, Myers, and BTJ.
All right, Chase Brown, Connor at running back. Myers and BTJ at wide receiver. And I'm going to flex Buck. Wait, is that Kyron Williams?
I believe
Kyron Williams just last among all. You just put him at the end, like Kyron. Oh yeah, by the way, just Kyron Williams. Okay, Chase Brown, Connor, Jennings, Myers, BTJ, Kyron, flex.
There you go.
How does you just throw Kyron? You're just like, oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got Kyron too.
Exactly. It's like, man, you have good running backs as well. George Brennan, what's up? Round 2. Let's go. Pick 3 of these. Bucky, Mixon, T, or McLaurin. So worried about those 2, and rightfully so. One of these has to sit. So who are you sitting? Is it Terry? Or is it Mixon? Or is it T? Or is it Bucky?
So one of these is sitting.
It says pick 3, and I only see 4 names.
Doesn't say scoring here, George. It's between Mixon and Terry, both in terrible spots here. I mean, Mixon gives you a floor. Terry gives you the chance of a bust. I might just sit Terry.
Yeah, that's what I would do. You're worried about those guys. I think the guy you should be worried the most about is Terry, so let's just sit him. Then we have Swimmy Hendricks. All right. Half PPR, 2 receivers and a flex. And then it says Love or Stafford at QB. Been saying Love.
Yeah, Love.
Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, Romo Dunze. And then looks like, well, actually, I don't know. I mean, not to get too far ahead. And then Jonathan Taylor, Brees Hall, Bucky, Sharps, Bigsby, and then Njoku or Jawan Johnson. Well, that's easy. If Njoku plays, it's Njoku. If he's out, then you just have to go Johnson. So 2 receivers, 2 running backs, I assume, and 1 flex.
All right. Evans and Garrett Wilson will be my wide receivers. JT and Bucky will be my running backs. It's half PPR. I know Braylon Allen, we're not sure if he's going to play. I mean, it's a great matchup for Brees against the Rams. I might just flex Brees if Braylon is out. If Braylon plays, I'll probably go Thielen. But, man, I don't like Thielen as much in half PPR. I'd rather just – yeah. So, Evans, Garrett Wilson, JT, Bucky, then either Brees or Thielen, depending on if Braylon Allen plays or not.
There you go. All right. Good luck. And then we have Hesham Al-Noaimi. Hopefully I said that right. Hesham, thank you for the super chat.
Here's
Appreciate
0.2 PPR. Like,
is that it? Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
I don't know if it's him because I don't recognize your name, Hesham. But another 0.2 PPR, which is weird. It's like, has your league just always been non-PPR? And then everybody's like, we should play PPR. And your commissioner's like, well, let's try 0.2 and see how it goes. This is basically like non-PPR, right? Like, because if Keenan catches 8 passes, how many points is that?
Not much.
Like
1.6.
1.6 points or something?
Yeah, so it's basically like non-PPR. Okay, so Keenan, Pollard, or Jennings.
But I still might go Keenan here.
Yeah, you're still like non-PPR. You're still looking for touchdown upside, and he's got it.
Yeah, he gets that Jets match. I mean, that Lions matchup out of the slot. He destroyed them last time. And they're at home this time. So I might still go Keenan here, even in 0.2 PPR.
Yeah, because there's enough concerns about Pollard. Even if he does play now with Spears having a nice game, it might be closer to a split. Go Keenan. All right. And then Nick GT. Worthy or possibly Malik Washington.
Nah, just give me Worthy. He's got Mahomes. He's got a good matchup today. I'm just going to go Worthy.
And I already said earlier, I don't expect Tyreek to miss just because he popped up in the injury report. He basically took the day off. If somehow Tyreek Hill doesn't play and we have no Hill and no Waddle, would you consider Malik Washington, or is that still too desperate?
I think it's still too, like, we're just going to assume that like Malik Washington just slots in as the number 1 target in Miami. I don't know. You know, we'd probably see like Achane and Jonnu Smith just combining for like 20 catches. That's probably what we see.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We'll just see more Achane. Okay, let's go Worthy here. And then there was a super chat from T. Edwards. Here's the question. Goff, Taylor, Brees, Cobb, Higgins, McBride, Flex, and Kendre got the Chiefs, and then here's the bench. Any changes? It's 2-2-1. It's full PPR. Ramondre, Jennings, not Worthy.
Yeah, I don't think so. Cobb, Higgins, McBride, Kendre. Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah, don't think I would change anything here either. All right. And then this is McCoop, the poop. Tracy or Kendre?
Kendre. I'm not playing Tracy.
Yeah, go Kendre. We know he's getting all the touches at least. And we are our guy, Chris Laborde. What is up?
What's up?
10-man standard wants to know if this team can take it all, basically. Got Rodgers this week, Jacobs, Mixon, Lamb, BTJ, Bowers, BTJ. Wait, what?
No. What? How do you have BTJ twice?
It's like, that can't be right. I'm starting him and flexing him. You probably have somebody else at receiver.
I mean, I don't know who that flex is supposed to be. Maybe Brian Robinson Jr.? I hope not in 10-man. Although it is standard.
It's standard.
So maybe. Yeah, I think I think you certainly got a good team. I mean, you got the upside wide receivers for standard. Bauer should definitely be much better this week again with Aiden O'Connell back. You got good running backs. I definitely think you can.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need Mixon to go back to being Mixon from most of the season, but you've definitely got the upside here everywhere. Again, not sure who the flex is. Even if it's B-Rob, I think that's good enough for standard. Okay, just a quick reminder, because I know some of you have been waiting on your super chats. That's because we are over 100 super chats. We've got some since before we started. So quick reminder also, if you don't want to wait and you still want to ask your questions at any time, use the Draft Lane app. It's a free download. Go to the App Store, Google Play Store, download Draft Lane. That's a way that you can do exactly what we've been doing here, answer your questions for fantasy football, start sit, waiver wire, streaming, trade, whatever. Rate your team. Anything fantasy football related, ask it and we will answer. So try Draft Lane now. I'm pretty sure, and by the way, you guys are like, why is Chris looking down all the time? Why is he on his phone?
Yeah.
He's answering questions on Draft Lane because you guys are still chatting and answering questions while we're doing this. I'm assuming that's what you're doing and not just playing chess.
Right.
And NMMB. It's a division of labor. It's how this works, right? I get to control the questions on the side, and he's answering on the. We're multitaskers, guys. NMMB, 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Sun God, Hill, Cup, Flowers, Mixon, Ford, Kendre, Patrick, Taylor, Swift.
All right, gonna go Sun God, Cup, and Tyreek. Very risky, but you need 3 of them. Gonna go Mixon, Kendre at running back. Oh man, this is tough.
Flex is tough.
PPR. I think I'm gonna flex Flowers in PPR. Although don't flex Flowers because he plays today. Flex one of the other wide receivers.
Yeah, good point. Maybe throw Hill in the flex just to be safe. We can always move him out. All right, so basically going with those 4 receivers, Mixon and Kendre, not Taylor or Swift. Jim Liknam, if Njoku doesn't play, who's the desperation streamer? Juwan Likely, Gesicki, or Calcaterra?
Oh, jeez. I might just go Gesicki against the Browns.
Yeah, even though T. Higgins is playing, I can't talk myself into any of those others.
No.
All right, then Nate Aguinaga, Thielen and McMillan, or Spears?
Well, Spears would be my choice if Pollard is completely out. Otherwise, I probably, I'll say Spears if Pollard is out, Thielen if Coker is out, otherwise McMillan.
There you go. Jim K needs 2. Evans, Higgins, BTJ.
Oh, man. I might just go Evans and BTJ here. As hard as it is to bench Higgins, BTJ has been so good. So good.
Yeah, you're taking the 2 at least receivers who are the number 1 target on their team. Higgins does sometimes have down games. Bucky or JT?
Man, this is really tough too, but I think I'm going Bucky. But honestly, this is razor thin.
Very
razor thin.
That one's very tough. I'm fine with Bucky. Jason Brandriff has Burrow, Achane, Irving. Evans McBride needs to pick a wide receiver between McMillan and Bateman. Just go McMillan here.
I'm just going to go McMillan here. Just going to go McMillan.
McMillan and then Walker or Madison at the flex.
I mean, matchups matter, but talent also matters. I'm going Walker here. I'm not starting Madison with my season on the line. No way.
Right. Walker for sure. Chuck, it's got Allen, Barkley, Puka, Shakir, Jonnu, and Chiefs. Should I start number 2 running back Dowdle, Johnson, or White? Rashad White.
Is that Rashawn Johnson? I'm not starting Rashawn Johnson. I do like Rashad White this week. Gets the Cowboys. I know Dowdle's been really good, but it is a Bucs. It's a tough run defense. He hasn't been scoring touchdowns. I might just go Rachaad White here.
Yeah, Dowdle has been really good, and he's getting all the touches, but in that same game, Rachaad White is getting a better matchup. He's also getting, this is the thing with the Bucs. They run so many plays that both running backs get touches and touchdown upside. Yeah, let's go Rachaad White. DMO 305. Start 3 of 5. Nico, Kupp, Hill, Jason, Myers. Full.
3 of 5. I'm going to go Nico. I think Nico, JSN, and Myers is your safe bet. Like, they'll get you points. They have some upside. I kind of really do want to play Kupp, though. I do think this is going to be a good Kupp week. But I think just go Nico, JSN, Myers, and don't risk it.
Yeah, and I saw something. I haven't dug too deep into it, Jason, even though the Vikings do give up a lot. I mean, the most points to wide receivers. That schematically, it's not necessarily the best matchup for JSN specifically in terms of the coverage type they use. But that said, I don't want to overthink it. Unless you really feel like this is somehow a squeaky wheel game for DK Metcalf, which I don't think it will be. I think you're safe with JSN and Myers. If you really want to get Kupp in there, you could swap out JSN for Kupp for some upside. But there's risk. So there you go. Alberto Reyes, Behar, DK, Stevenson, or Thielen in full PPR. I'm just going to take Thielen. Just negate the risk of DK having a down game. Stevenson doesn't score touchdowns. It's just a pad offense. Let's go Thielen. Thielen will be fine. He gets you a floor and could give you a nice game if Coker's out. Phil the real deal. Lamar, Barkley, Dowdle, AJB, Kittle, Evans on the bench is Addison, Irving, Mayfield. Whoa. Okay. Money League. Yeah. Let me tell you. Okay. Lamar and Baker, I understand this is tough. I know Chris said you're not sitting Lamar, right? You're not sitting Lamar. No, could you consider sitting Lamar for Baker Mayfield?
No. No.
Okay.
I will say this is where it gets kind of close. But at the same time, I'm not sitting Lamar. Lamar has the ability to run for 80 yards and 3 touchdowns and win you your week. So I'm not doing
I did have somebody who asked a DraftLink question, I think it was yesterday, and showed the lineup. And by the way, guys, on DraftLink, if you have Yahoo or Sleeper, it syncs. We can see your roster and your lineup. So I looked at his lineup, and he had Baker at quarterback. He had Lamar on the bench. I'm like, look, I am not starting Lamar. I mean, sitting Lamar necessarily, but I said, if that's what you're going with, I'm not going to talk you out of it. You know, like if that's a quarterback, okay. Like if you had Matt Stafford in over Lamar, like, no, don't do that. If you want to roll with Baker, fine. Go with Baker. You got Mike Evans. Okay, fine. But then you also had Bucky Irving, just like you, Phil, have Bucky Irving. Like, okay, do you really want to go that all in on the Bucs and sit Lamar? You know, that's your choice. Yeah. So with that said here, I think I would sit Dowdle for Bucky Irving, wouldn't you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So then you already got 2 Bucs in there. You don't need Baker too. Addison, no.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's no flex.
Yeah, no flex here. That's interesting. But yeah, I think you got to start AJ Brown and Evans. Yeah. Irving over Dowdle.
All right. So Irving over Dowdle, and that's it. Kika Savage got Kelsey in the flex, Walker on the bench. So it's between.
I'm probably going Walker over Kelsey.
Yeah, it's full PPR.
Walker not even on the injury report, so I feel good enough about him.
I mean, I have some concerns about Walker, but again, I just talked about Kelsey. When's the last time he scored a touchdown? When's the last time he had a huge, real big fantasy game? So I think this week can go Walker. The Kraken, good morning. Start one. Scary Terry, Flowers, Thielen, or McMillan?
I got to go Scary Terry here. I can't bench those guys. I know he was bad against Philly last time, but man, he's been so good. I can't do it. Personally.
Yeah, I would keep him in there. If there was one I would consider, it might be Thielen, but that's more just to not risk the 2-point game, right? To not get killed. And then Kelsey over Strange. He says, Kelsey been killing me recently.
Yeah, he has, but I'm still playing him.
He'll be fine. Alberto also wants to know Njoku or Andrews.
I might just go Andrews here and not risk it. Andrews has been good. Bateman banged up. I might just go Andrews. Because what are you going to do if Njoku doesn't play tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm fine with Andrews. He's good enough that you won't necessarily miss Njoku playing. Okay, we have one from Ray Mamaza. Here it is. Half PPR needs a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Burrow or Kyler? It's Burrow.
Burrow. Definitely Burrow.
Henry, Barkley, Madison, Charbonnet, Devontae Adams, DK Downs, McMillan, Shakir.
All right, I know Henry was bad last week, but I'm not starting Madison or Charbonnet over him. So Barkley and Henry. I'm going to go Adams and Shakir. 2 flexes. I'm going to go DK and McMillan.
There you go. Pretty straightforward. And then next. Bad motions. Thank you.
So far, so good. Hope you are as well.
Yeah. Good morning. It's a good day.
We're talking football. What could be bad about that?
Exactly. Stuck at flex. DK, Mooney, Dobbs. Already has Evans and Higgins.
I know DK's been bad, but Mooney with Michael Penix, no thank you. Dobbs, touchdown or bust. I'm just going to play DK here, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, it still has more upside than both those 2 guys. And then asking Burrow or Baker. I mean,
Burrow. I have no reason to bench Burrow. What has he done in the last 7 weeks to make you worried about him? And now he gets the Browns. Yeah, Burrow.
Yeah, there's zero chance. I think the only quarterback I would consider benching Burrow for is Josh Allen if I have him. That's it.
Yep.
So Burrow for sure. All right, good luck. Bad motions. Steve in accounting. You know that guy. Purdy or Mahomes?
This is tough this week. This is actually close this week.
Well, somebody had said earlier in the week, with Guerrero out, I think they're going to pass more. It's possible. I mean, they might have to pass more. It doesn't mean they'll pass well. And it's a tough matchup on paper. Also, Trent Williams being out, that never makes me feel great. I mean, I really am going to try not to be in on the Niners offense too much if possible, other than Kittle. I think I'm not excited by Mahomes, but I would go Mahomes.
All right, that's fine. I can go Mahomes. It's close.
Stack with Kelsey or go Zay Flowers to flex?
Nah, I think I got to go Zay Flowers.
Yeah. Don't get too deep into the Chiefs. Sky Sock 80. Kyler, Tua, Caleb, or Rodgers?
I'm going to sadly say Rodgers here. This is the first time I've had to say Rodgers today, so that's nice.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
That's a good thing. We have Robin Willem. JT or Bucky? In half.
We had this one. I'm slightly Bucky, but I mean, this is as razor thin as it gets. I'm okay if you want to go. JT will get more touches, so I just like Bucky's matchup a lot this week.
Yeah, this is. I like them both. Again, I like them both as well. Let's go the safety, I guess safety, relative safety of Bucky. If it's full PPR, I probably would say JT though. J-Dog 1800, pick 3, AJB, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, and Jacoby. Who sits?
Man. It's between Jacoby and DJ Moore, and it comes I think it comes down to your risk tolerance. I feel like Jacoby has a higher floor than DJ Moore, but DJ Moore has the potential for a bigger game. So
Right.
I probably chase that bigger game with DJ Moore. So I think Jacoby sits here.
There you go. DJ Moore is a hopeful boom pick this week. Let's go with those first three. Can't get right. Well, let's try to get it right. Goff.
Let's get it right this week.
Yeah. Goff. Neither one are very tempting, but if you had to pick,
I'll go Goff because at least I don't have to fear Goff killing me. Like I don't have to fear Goff like ending my season by himself. AR could end your season. Let's go Goff.
He definitely could. Pick 4 between Debo, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, BTJ, Kupp, or Garrett Wilson. Let's get Debo out of there. He doesn't even belong in this group.
I'm going Jefferson, Nico, BTJ, and Kupp.
Yeah, those middle 4. Strange, Miller, or Taylor a better ad for this week?
I think if I'm going to add one this week, I'm going to add Kendre Miller because I feel like we're not going to see Alvin Kamara next week. We might see Garendo next week. I don't know. So I'm going to add one. It's Kendre Miller, but I'm not starting him over those guys if you're asking that.
Yeah, if you're just looking for a like depth ad for RB, it's Miller. Go Miller. Okay, then we have Boogie. What's up? Half PPR, double flex. First is Addison. Who should be number 2? Patrick Taylor, Jalen McMillan, Brenton Strange, Coleman, Dobbs, or Tank. No, it's one of those first.
Yeah, and half PPR, I think I'll just go with like Taylor if you want the floor. McMillan for the upside. I'm going to chase the upside with McMillan.
There we go. In half, go for the upside. Bass Head 333. Guessing you're into fishing.
Yes.
Have Bucky in the flex. Have Jerry Jeudy and Devontae on the bench. Smith over Bucky.
No, I would just keep Bucky in there. Bucky gives you a very high floor with a good ceiling.
Yeah, Bucky, if he's fully healthy, which sounds like he is, he wasn't even on the injury report. It's very strong start. It might have been Jeudy if Winston was still quarterback, but
right.
No. Not anymore. Don Groipi, hey, needs advice. Mixon, Taylor, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, Nico, AJB, Terry McLaurin, 2 and a flex.
All right, I'm gonna go Chase Brown, JT at running back. I'm going to go Nico, AJ Brown. It's full PPR. I'm going to flex Terry. If you don't want to risk it with Terry, if you're worried, you can also flex Mixon. Well, don't flex Mixon. He plays today. Put like JT or Chase Brown in the flex and play Mixon. So up to you. But if it's my team, I'm full PPR. I'm going Brown, JT, Nico, AJ Brown, Terry. Mixon in a tough spot this week against the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Again, Terry, McLaurin and Mixon are the 2 studs I'm most worried about this week. And I think I am more worried about Mixon. Tyler Moore, start 2. Judy Ford, Rashad, Patrick Taylor, Kendre Miller.
Well, it doesn't say scoring here. If it's PPR, I'm going to go Rashad White and Judy. I'll gamble on Judy keeping it going. He's been so good. If it's half or non, I might go Rashad White and Kendre.
That's fair. Tyler. There you go. Depends on your format. Andres Huerta needs thoughts on the 10-team full PPR. Rodgers, HN, Aaron Jones, AJB, Tyreek, and Jonnu. Chuba. Kupp is on the bench. JSN is on the bench. I think, let's see. Thielen is on the bench. Stevenson. You take away one. You got 3 Dolphins. That seems pretty risky. Do you take one away, like Tyreek?
Yeah, I might. Honestly, I'd probably play JSN over Tyreek and Kupp. I just feel good enough about JSN against the Vikings. I don't have to worry about a 0. I don't have to worry about a total bust week from JSN. I think I play JSN over Tyreek.
Yeah, and not too long ago, somebody who had JSN and Kupp, and that's where it gets really close, right? Kupp and JSN.
Yeah, but I just think I feel like I don't feel like JSN won't absolutely kill. Like, I don't think Cup's going to kill you this week, of course, but JSN's had a ceiling and a floor. I'm just going to put him in there. And he gets the Vikings.
Yeah. I think because you are definitely starting Jonnu. I don't even see another tight end, and you definitely want to start Achane. I think let's go with one of those other receivers over Tyreek. So JSN's fine. I think Thielen would be fine too. Cobb for some ceiling, but there you go. All right, and we have Jay Oliveira next. By the way, guys, we have to stick just to super chats because we got a ton coming in. So if you did super chat anytime in the past 45 minutes, don't worry, we haven't skipped you. We're not ignoring you. We're just catching up. Jay Oliveira needs 2 receivers in a flex: Addison, Jamison Williams, I guess, Brian Robinson, or Juwan Jennings.
Addison. We need 2 wide receivers in a flex.
Just go all 3 receiver.
Yeah, it's not a great spot for Jamison this week. Or Jennings. Or Brian Robinson.
No, it really
but
isn't.
it is PPR. I might just go all those 3 wide receivers. Hope for big games. I mean, Brian Robinson feels very touchdown or bust this week.
Right. All right. Let's just do it. Again, you're hoping for a big play or a touchdown from JMO. Could happen. Mr. Jones, 1 flex. Bench. Wait a minute. Okay, got JD, B-Rob, Chuba, JJ Jennings, and Jonnu and Harrison. On the bench is DK Walker, Mondre Muth. Oh, any changes?
I think I'm going Walker over Brian Robinson myself.
DK and Jennings. Just keep Jennings in there.
I guess it is a good matchup for DK, but he's been so bad. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but I might go DK over Harrison, though. They've both been bad, but at least DK has a better matchup. So maybe DK over Harrison, Walker over B-Rob.
All right, there you go.
Good luck. Those are tough decisions, though, I will say. Those are not easy.
Mm-hmm. I still want to know who is somebody. Murphy is alive and well in fantasy. But who was Murphy? I'm dying to know. Andre Miron. Starting McLaurin. Not sure if he wants too many commanders. Yeah, not this week. Needs a flex. B-Rob, Thielen, Ford, Miller, or Patrick Taylor.
Well, in PPR, I'll probably just go Thielen.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, B-Rob is usually a pretty good start, but I agree. This week is not the matchup. Go Thielen. Get you a floor. AZ Nicky. Addison or Dowdle? Don't see if it's PPR or not.
I would just probably go Addison no matter what.
Agree. I think it's he's got the upside. Hall and Chuba are the running backs. Can I trust Hall, or would you believe Dowdle or Spears?
Well, I would play Spears if Pollard is out for sure. I think if Braylon Allen is out, I go Hall.
Yeah, I think right now, keep it the way you have it. But if Pollard is completely out, you could throw Spears in there. And then Higgins or Metcalf, definitely Higgins.
Definitely Higgins.
Underground Rob just dropping to say Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. Yes.
It's crazy. It's Saturday, 4 days away. That's crazy.
Yep.
TP31 drop Mahomes for Rodgers.
I mean, look, if you don't have room, I would play Rodgers over Mahomes. And if you don't have room to keep Mahomes, do it. It's win or go home.
Yeah.
Go Rodgers. Or keep and drop something. I mean, you got to drop something if you're going to pick up Rodgers, I assume.
Right. Okay. Jared Simmons did mean Patrick Taylor in the last, not Murphy. How did Taylor become Murphy?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Typing too fast while at work. Hey, it happens. But you know what? I'm glad you actually did this because the mystery is solved. Now I won't have to worry forever. Although that is not who I would ever have guessed it is.
No.
But that doesn't change anything, right? We're not starting Patrick Taylor over those other guys.
No.
Okay. There you go. Flacco.
Yes.
Good advice. Always appreciate you, Flacco. Always been in here. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You're new to this channel. It helps us if we're helping you. It's cold in Tampa. Wow. It's not right. It's just not right. I guess that proves it proves that global warming is a myth. Ty. Pick 2. McMillan, Amari, D-Hop, Harrison, Calvin Austin.
Wow. We got to pick 2 of these. I think I probably just go McMillan and Harrison here.
Yeah, I can't start Austin. George Pickens has been out for 2 weeks, and Calvin Austin has done absolutely nothing. So,
right. Yeah, I'm just going to go McMillan and Harrison and light some candles, Ty. Light some candles.
Right. Matt Holscher now in half, Rico or McMillan at the flex.
I mean, Rico is certainly safer, but I don't feel like Rico has a big ceiling this week against the Bucs. I'll just flex McMillan and hope for the big game.
Yeah, exactly. And then Njoku or Strange, think the same thing.
Njoku
if
he plays,
it's Njoku. If he doesn't, then you go Strange.
Yep.
All right. Moving along. Rob Maletta, Strange or Andrews?
Here, I'll just go Andrews. I feel good enough about Andrews. I'll just play him today. He's been playing pretty well. He's been doing pretty well.
He's been getting targets. He was one of those guys who actually did score a touchdown, but also, like you said, a couple of receivers there, like Bateman, their main red zone threat for whatever reason. If he's out, even better for Andrews. Vian Bateau, Purdy, Williams, or Rodgers?
I'm just going old man Rodgers.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So now we're picking 3. I assume we want to stack him with his buddy, Adams. Then we have Evans. And then we probably have to go St. Brown too, huh?
Yep. I don't want to bench Keenan this week, but you got to start those. You got to start Adams, Evans, St. Brown. Got to start him.
There you go. And hope the Jets score a lot again. Edgar Padilla. This is standard 2-2-1. Brees, Jones, Taylor, Pacheco, Etienne, Madison, Debo, Flowers, London, Neighbors.
I'm just gonna go. I think Flowers, Neighbors at wide receiver, even though I don't love it. Neighbors in standard is like almost unstartable, but man, Debo, London with Michael London. What if London only gets like 2 catches? I'm just gonna go Flowers and Neighbors. Not like that.
At least Neighbors actually did score a touchdown last week, or London hasn't been scoring touchdowns, and now it's Penix. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go Neighbors, Flowers.
And then I'm gonna go Aaron Jones, Brees, and Patrick Taylor, 2 running backs and a flex.
There you go.
Make sure you flex somebody playing. Well, they all play tomorrow, so don't worry about it.
Michael Marwitz needs to start one between Pollard, Kendry, Ford.
I'd probably just go Kendry here. It's his backfield. Not too scared of the Packers.
Yeah, go with opportunities. TP31 also. Okay, so if Pollard is out, I think you want to pick up Spears. Do you drop Taylor or Ford?
I mean, are you gonna play like a Spear? If Pollard plays, are you playing Taylor? Are you playing Ford? Like, drop the one you're not. I mean, if you're not gonna play either, I would probably drop Patrick Taylor because, again, there is a chance Garendo is back next week. There's no chance Nick Chubb is back next week. Right. So, but if you're like, I'm gonna play Patrick Taylor this week over Ford, then you drop Ford. Like, don't drop a guy you might start.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're only doing this, I mean, look, if Pollard is out, you're playing Spears over those 2 guys,
right?
Which means you're not playing Patrick Taylor anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not all in on Patrick Taylor. I don't expect a big game from him. He might score, but I would do this. I think you can drop Taylor because, like you said, it's just still. Well, actually, no, it's a new thing now, isn't it? It's not the foot sprain anymore. It's like this.
It's a hamstring. Hamstring now.
Who knows?
This is the same problem he had in college. Just couldn't stay healthy.
Exactly.
Could just be a
Yeah,
thing
who
where he
knows?
could be like one of those guys that just is routine, always missing game.
Exactly. Okay. Jared in half. Shakir, Flowers, Taylor, Kelsey, Strange.
I think I go Shakir here. I like Shakir this week. It's still half PPR. I'd like it better if it was full, but I think he's got enough upside in half. I'm just going to go Shakir.
Yeah, this is interesting in half. These guys are all kind of close, but I'll go with the guy who's getting the most points on a consistent basis too, Shakir. Nathan
Wait, he had a
Miller,
tight- he
happy
had a tight end
holidays,
question,
and
too. He had a
Huh?
tight end question too.
oh, I thought that was part of the flex. Oh, it's just Kelsey or Strange. We're seeing Kelsey.
Yeah, I'm going Kelsey.
I thought this was like all like okay.
I assume it's a tight end question. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, we'll go Kelsey. Nathan Miller, happy holidays and happy Saturday football.
Yes.
Needs a flex, Kendre Miller or Patrick Taylor.
Going Kendre.
Kendre it is. Gabo Gexy, Gofford Arnold.
Darnold and Falcons defense. Definitely Falcons defense. League winning Falcons defense.
Yeah. The Falcons, Bengals, let's just say all the worst actual defenses.
I mean, if there's any case to get DSTs out of leagues, is the fact that the Falcons and Bengals were two of the best defenses in the fantasy playoffs last week. Like, come on. Why are we still doing this? Why are we still playing with kickers and defenses? What are we doing, guys? It's 2024. Let's progress. Let's progress.
Well, when we get to making our own fantasy platform, it's not going to have it, or at least no, it's not even going to be an option. All right, it's not going to even be possible to pick kickers.
Right.
Kilkenny 73, the killer wants to know Chiefs or Colts. Might have missed it earlier.
I'd probably just go Colts against Mason Rudolph. I mean, it's not CJ Stroud doesn't scare me, but Chiefs defense hasn't been great for fantasy, so I'll just go Colts.
Right. The much better real life defense is the Chiefs, but the matchup definitely goes to the Colts. The turnover upside goes to the Colts. Kamel Kanazir, 2 running backs, a receiver, and a flex. I think that's Barkley. Irving, White, Henry, Jennings, Thielen. 2 running backs.
Barkley and Irving.
1 receiver. It's either Jennings or Thielen.
I'll probably go Thielen, and I think I still have to flex Derrick Henry. Like, I can't sit Derrick Henry for Rashad White and Juwan Jennings.
Right. I agree with that. So Barkley, Irving, Thielen, Henry. This is an easy one. DK Rilla, Jason or Nico Collins. There's no way you don't start Nico Collins. Just start Nico Collins.
Right. Yeah.
Michael Dobbs in half. Pick 1 running back in the flex. Got Pacheco, Kendre, Spears, and then Ridley, McMillan, Strange.
All right. Well, if Pollard is out, it's Spears. Otherwise, it's Kendre. The good news is Kendre plays Monday night, so you'll definitely have time to see if Pollard is out or not. And this is flex here. I probably gotta go Ridley at the flex over McMillan.
Yeah. Just hope the Rudolph bump comes. John Henson. Ooh.
Nah, just give me Taylor. At least Taylor has a floor. At least Patrick Taylor has a floor. He could score just as easily as Jaden Reed could. Give me Taylor.
Get him out of there. No Jaden Reed. Not with your fantasy playoff life on the line. Let's go Patrick Taylor. Then we have T Mapes. Is that what that says? T Map is? I don't know.
T Mapes? Yeah, something like that.
T Mapes 92. Brees Hall or Jerome Ford?
We haven't heard about Deontay Foreman yet. I guess technically they don't have to activate him until later, like 4:30 Eastern or something. But man, it is a good matchup for Ford. But I'll say if Braylon Allen is out, I'd probably go Brees over Ford. If Braylon Allen plays, I might go Ford, honestly.
I mean, how involved is Braylon Allen going to be? I don't know. I might go Brees anyways. Strange or Ferguson?
Strange. Definitely Strange. Ferguson, what's going on, man? It's great matchups doing nothing. Strange. Maybe Cooper Rush just doesn't target tight ends. I don't know. Strange.
Or it's true. All you know what he does, he just targets CD Lamb. That's it. It's strange for sure. And then we have Thest Oki 247. Muth or Najee? Don't know the format here.
I don't even know if it matters. Man. I mean, Najee's significantly safer than Muth because Najee's going to get touches and get something. But Muth has been scoring. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
how is this a choice? This might be the most random question we've gotten. Like a tight end like Muth or a running back like Najee. Like, same matchup, same team. Najee wasn't bad the last time they played. I might just go Najee. At least he gets the touches. He gets more volume, more opportunities.
This is, I guess, close because it's hard to tell which way to go here.
It is.
Yeah, I'd probably just go with Najee as well. Basshead now has Bucky in the flex, Devontae Smith and Judy on the bench.
We did this one. Yeah, we did this one. We're keeping Bucky in. Keeping Bucky in there.
All right. Yeah. Same thing. Okay. Hot takes here. Air Artwork says might be a big mistake being low on Henry.
I mean, it could. Like, he always has the potential to do a Gus Edwards game and score twice, right? But man, he hasn't done it in 3 weeks.
We'll see. We'll see today, actually. We'll see today, very soon. 95, enjoying Saturday. Of course, enjoying Saturday. I always enjoy Saturday, especially when there's football on. Mahomes, AR, Stafford.
I'm just going to go Mahomes.
Yeah. Needs 1.5. I'm just going McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan.
Debo. Blasted. 1 running back, 1 flex. Dowdle, JT, Myers, Jennings, Addison.
Ooh, I'm going JT and Addison. If you want to play it a little bit safer, you can go JT Myers. But I think Addison just has a ceiling that Myers doesn't. So I'm going JT Addison.
Yep. And then Rodgers or Darnold.
Oh, this is where I think this is where the line is, and I go Darnold here.
I mean, look, it could be Rodgers again if he's going to keep chucking it, which he probably will. I don't want to trust either of those guys. I think I'd just go with Rodgers at this point. But either way. Chris Moore, Laporta or Muth?
I think I'm going to go Muth here against the Ravens. Bears not a terrible spot for tight ends, but I don't expect 111 yards for Laporta again. So they both feel touchdown dependent, but Muth has been scoring, so I'm going to go Muth.
Yeah, I think with Pickens out, we'll give the edge to Muth again. Falcons or Texans?
Texans against the Chiefs? Now, let's take Falcons.
Definitely Falcons. Worried about Nico.
Worried about Nico and Lamar. I mean, if you're worried about, I mean, look, I could be worried about almost anybody in fantasy football, right? Like, you name somebody, and I can give you a case to be nervous about them, right? I can give you a reason to be like there's no sure things.
No,
don't be worried, Nico. If Nico and Lamar bust, oh well. It's out of your control. It's out of your control.
Was anybody worried about Derrick Henry last week? Nobody. He was going to have the number 1 projected score for running backs. It was the Giants, and they were going to trounce them, and they did, and he did nothing. So, I mean, I would worry about Lamar, but I would still start Lamar.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas.
Honestly, I wouldn't worry. Because, again, like, just real quick, like, man, I know it's fantasy football. I know we want to win, and I know we take it serious, and I know we hate to lose. But there are more important things to worry about in life than whether Lamar Jackson and Nico Collins, like legitimately 2 of the best players in the entire world, are going to end my season. If they end your season, look, it was not meant to be for you. It just wasn't meant to be for you. There's nothing you could do. It's like It's like being all in with one card to come, and you have the nuts, and then your opponent like has one card that can beat you. There's nothing you can do. You've done all you can do. We're talking about two of the best players on planet Earth. Don't be nervous about them.
We can say this because we've seen it happen over and over again, many years of playing. Right? You know that you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
And you, I think, as of people that get the references, somebody who's played high stakes poker, you know that you can't control.
Well, I didn't play high stakes. Let's not go crazy. But
oh, come on! I saw you on the World Series of Poker on ESPN. No.
But you know what I'm just saying, like, yeah, there's reason I can make a case for it to be nervous for anybody. What if Josh Allen, like, what if they just don't have to do anything this week and Josh Allen busts?
Hey, I laid out that scenario. Of course, there's no chance I'm sitting Josh Allen, but I bet you he doesn't have a week like he did last week.
Like, you know what I mean? I can do it for any player. Name a player. I can make you nervous about him.
All right. Bijan Robinson.
What if, like, who do they play again? What if they just load the box against him and make Michael Penix beat him, and Michael Penix cannot get a first down, and they're just punting all game? And we have another week like we had last week with Bijan, where he's okay but not great. Like, I can make a case for anybody, but we don't have time for this.
So with that said, Joseph Posias in non-PPR needs 3 of these running backs: Bijan, Mixon, Taylor, Ford, Tracy.
I'm going Bijan, Mixon, and Taylor.
Yeah, I definitely feel good about Bijan for the most part. Mixon, Tracy, very risky, and Tracy's questionable too. It's between Taylor and Ford. I'll go Taylor as well. Stephen Cotto, Kelsey or Strange?
Kelsey. This is the most common question we've had today.
Yeah. Well, look, with Mahomes healthy, I think it's still Kelsey. Ladd already. Flowers or Smith, Jennings, DJ Moore, McMillan?
Nah, I go DJ Moore.
DJ Moore here. And then Reese Coleon needs 2. Mixon, Walker, Ford, Miller.
Mixon, and I might go Kendre here, even over Walker. Don't love Walker's matchup.
Yeah, Mixon, Miller sounds good. Patrick Hen, a disgusting question. For the Superflex, Hurts is in.
This isn't that bad.
Mahomes, Mac Jones, or Drake May?
I mean, if Mahomes is your QB2, I'd feel great about that. I'm going Mahomes. Mahomes is a very solid QB2.
Yeah, I know having Mac Jones in this discussion is not enjoyable. Look, trust me, I am not like a Mac Jones truther by any means. But he gets another really good matchup, and, he wasn't bad last week, but I'm going Mahomes. And this is interesting. Jim K says the commissioner won't act on an eliminated team that rage dropped all of their best players. Nico, Evans, Bucky, and Jacobs were dropped. He scooped them up, but he's not playing them. Well, I'm glad you're doing that.
Yeah, at least you're doing the right thing. But that's ridiculous. I would never play in that league again. Like, what the hell? Unless it's like a family. But even, like, what is that? What is that?
Well, first of all, you have the guy who acted like a child and did that, so you don't want to play with that guy anymore. And then the commissioner is doing nothing. You don't want to play with a commissioner who's like that. So, I mean, look, maybe it's your friends or coworkers, whatever. It doesn't mean you have to play with them. You want to play with people who make it a fun, competitive league.
Yes.
So, join an endgame league next year. James Jones. You know what the problem is with our leagues, our endgame leagues? They're too competitive. Everybody knows what they're doing. They know what we're doing because they watch all our videos. So it's like, man, like last year I won a couple, but now it's like I can't win anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, James Jones for the flex. We said Harrison over Miller, Robinson, Jonnu, and TP grabbed Spears off waivers.
Well, definitely Spears if Pollard is out.
Right. So otherwise, just stick with Harrison. Stephen Cotto, Kendre, or Spears? Well, if Pollard is out, go Spears. If not, still
otherwise Kendre. Yeah.
Is this different? Joseph Posias? Yeah, it is. Now he needs wide receivers. Pick 3. Terry, Addison, Metcalf, Jennings, Wilson.
I'm going Terry, Addison, and Wilson. Those are going to be my 3.
Good with that. Ping Garaga. You brought it up the other day. You taking vintage Al Bundy or Derrick Henry?
Well, if it's this week, I'm going King Henry. Al Bundy is far removed from that 4-touchdown game. I don't think he still has that these days.
No. I mean, if you take him in his prime, maybe.
Maybe.
Miranda, Natera, Hawk, Ertz, Muth, Strange.
Muth.
Yeah, these are all reliable guys. Ertz is questionable. I like Strange over Hawk, but I'll go Muth over Strange, and that's close. Maui Boy, Brian Robinson Jr. or Jerome Ford?
Oh, I might actually go Ford here. He's got a great matchup. Brian Robinson Jr., one of the worst matchups. I mean, he could score, but so could Ford. I might just go Ford here. Maybe. Might be too low on B-Rob. We'll see.
No, I think that's reasonable. We can go Ford. And then Mike had that same question. Can you bench B-Rob for Taylor, Ford, or Kendry? The answer is yes.
Yeah, I go Kendry here.
Kendry over Ford, though. Damian Santoyo, Swift, Ford, Taylor, or Miller. But we got this wrong. Taylor should have been the first one. Taylor, Swift, Ford, or Miller?
Well, it depends which Taylor. If it's Patrick Taylor, I go Kendry. If it's JT, I go JT.
Right. But then you could say Taylor, Swift.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Uzi London. 12-man, Flex, Kenneth Walker, Keenan Allen, Hollywood, or Etienne?
In full PPR, it's Keenan.
Definitely Keenan. All right, here we go.
Wait, okay, even I know the answer to this one. Isn't Kyrie Fairbairn one of the best kickers, and Justin Tucker's been terrible?
That's right. Tucker, I mean, he's not like the worst kicker in the league, but he's definitely not Justin Tucker anymore. Let's go Fairbairn. Tien Nguyen in half. Tyreek, Devontae, B-Rob, Spears. Patrick Taylor, we need 3.
Okay. I'll say Spears, if Pollard is out, will be 1. I think Tyreek will be 2. Smith will be 3. And then Taylor will be my number 4.
Yeah, again, if Pollard is out, Spears can be in the lineup. If not, we'll drop him out. All right, we got a super chat from Relo Spa. Taylor, Worthy, or Downs? Definitely going to assume that's Patrick Taylor. Full PPR.
Yeah, if it's JT, it's JT. Otherwise, I'll go Worthy in full PPR.
There you go. And then now a tight end question from Joseph. Joseph Posius, non-PPR, Muth or Strange? Still Muth?
Yeah, definitely. I think more Muth because he's got more touchdown upside.
There you go. Dion just dropping in to say thanks, even though he's out for this year. Hey, there's always next year. But good luck to everybody. And thank you. Well, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
And then G-Man, Grisette Ball, also giving a thank you. Here's the final lineup. Any changes here? Got Jennings, Henry Kyron on the bench, but you can do that when you have Chase Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, you're good. Wait, who's your tight end? John? Yeah, you're good. I'll play Jonnu over and Njoku. Won't even risk it.
Yep. You got it. I think you have a very good chance to win with this lineup.
Yes.
And then we have Edward Nolasco. Pick 2. Terry White, Walker, D-Hopper, Downs. Already has J.J. Amon-Ra, Mixon, and Jacobs, which is good.
Yeah, I think I just go Terry and Rachaad White. It's close between Rachaad White and Walker, but I like Rachaad White against the Cowboys. I'm going to go Terry and Rachaad White.
There you go. Go for the upside. Mr. TV Tiverdick.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay. Mr. T. How about Mr. T? Ford, Irving, Rachaad White, Jerome Ford. Sit to, start to.
We got Jerome Ford in there twice. I'd probably just go the Bucks backfield, but if you don't want the whole Bucks backfield, I'm fine with Irving and Ford. I mean, it says sit to, start to, but I see Jerome Ford, 2 Jerome Fords.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there should be somebody else. All right, Mr. T, if that was supposed to be somebody else as like a Murphy situation, you can let us know. But we got Julio Espinoza, A. Rich, or A. Rod? I think we know the answer.
A-Rod.
K9, Taylor, Spears. Well,
again, remember, guys, there's Jonathan Taylor and Patrick Taylor. I'm assuming this is Patrick Taylor. If it's Jonathan Taylor, he's number one. Spears would be number two without Pollard. Otherwise, I'm going Walker.
right. So there's the if. If Pollard is out, it's just, I really, at this point, just hope they just rule him out so we could just know.
I know.
And then we can play Spears. Okay. Bella, Reed, Mooney, or Harris in the flex?
Just give me Najee Harris, I guess. I don't know. If it's full PPR, I might go Jaden Reed here and hope he does something. I don't know. Because I just don't feel a big Najee or Mooney game at all.
I did that just to see your reaction to Jaden Reed. You're actually possibly considering him. Okay. What is up, Roberto, in the house?
What's up, Roberto?
One running back and two flex. Stevenson, Etienne, White, Miller, Bateman, Harrison, London, or Ertz.
Oh, man. I'm going to go Rachaad White, Kendre Miller, Marvin Harrison. Good luck, Roberto. Getting spicy here. We're getting spicy.
Yes, we are. Reese, Scoleone now, Stafford, or Geno?
I think I'll still go Stafford here. Don't love Geno against Minnesota. At least the Jets defense, it's still good, but it's not like dominant. I'm going to go Stafford. He's got Puka and Cup.
There you go. Stafford it is. Marquise White. That might be a game that, believe it or not, turns into a sneaky shootout, right? Jets Rams.
Good.
The way the Jets are playing these days. Hopkins or Kendre?
Kendre.
Kendre it is. Phil, the real deal. Here are the starters. Here's the bench. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. You can actually bench Lamar Jackson because you have Joe Burrow. I would do that.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that.
Tracy Dobbs Ford.
You also have Jaden Daniels?
No, I think it's Jay Downs.
Oh, yeah, not playing Jaden Downs. No, you're good everywhere else because I'm not starting Ford over James Cook or Derrick Henry. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. The Laughing Duck. That's pretty funny. Needs help at RB. Ford, Kendre, or Pollard, or Spears.
Yeah, pick up Spears just in case Pollard is out and play him if Pollard is out. Otherwise, I go Kendre.
There you go. Laughing Duck. Let's help Alvaro Usti. It's a championship game this week.
All right.
Thielen, Khalil, McMillan, or Spears?
I'm just going to go Khalil Shakir. I like him this week.
There you go. Alvaro, good luck. Pan Dulce needs two running backs and a tight end. Dowdle, Ford, Kendre, Patrick, Strange, Hawk, Kincaid.
I'm going to go Hawk at tight end. I think we might differ there. That one's close for me between him and Strange, I will say, though.
Yeah,
and then two running backs are going to be probably going to go Kendre and Dowdle. I almost want to say Ford over Dowdle, but
and by the way, it looks like
Ford.
This is T. Patrick, like it looks like Tim Patrick, but these are running backs. I think it's actually supposed to be Patrick Taylor, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, but I think Dowdle's been so good, but man, I just worry, like, what if he doesn't score again? I don't know. I might go Miller and Ford with Hawk at tight end.
Well, this one might not help you, Bond, but I'm going Strange at tight ends. I like Miller, and I'd probably still go Dowdle. But
these guys are okay with Dowdle. Dowdle's been good, so if you want to go Dowdle, that's fine.
The thing is, and I was all about Jerome Ford, and of course talking about the waiver wire video, but now and then afterwards got nervous, like they're probably going to play Foreman and DT. I really thought Jameis Winston would still be the quarterback. That's the thing.
It does hurt the whole offense for sure.
So, yes. And then Bizzleman, Tracy or Ford? Or here I'll go.
Here I can go Ford. Definitely. I'm not starting Tracy.
And then an easy one, Butker or Boswell.
I will never start Butker again. This dude cost me a playoff matchup by missing a 29-yard field goal. Give me Boswell.
Yeah. Boswell. Boswell's doing great. Go Boswell.
Butker with his little left leg knee drop to kick the ball. Like, there's a reason no one's ever done that, Butker.
Yeah, this is true. And get a little cute. Okay, let's help Umur commence because it's ASAP, Mahomes, Goff, or Jordan Love.
I think I go Jordan Love at home against the Saints. Close between him and Mahomes, but I think I go Love.
Yeah, I'll go Love here too. You don't have to start Mahomes. Adrian Michael, welcome back. 10-teamer, half PPR, 2 running backs, Gibbs, Mixon, Chuba, Miller, Taylor. Based on where he's ranked, I'm assuming this is Patrick Taylor.
Right. If it's JT, I'm going to go Gibbs, JT. If not, I probably go Gibbs. I probably still got to go Mixon over Chuba. Gibbs and Mixon.
And that one's tough. That one... I might go Chuba. Gibbs,
well, there's a flex. There's a flex here. I'm guessing I'm going to flex. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. It's half PPR. I'm going to go Puka Neighbors at wide receiver. And then I'm going to flex Chuba.
All right. Well, there we go. You're right. Puka Neighbors. And then so go to the first 3 running backs, the first 2 receivers, and then tight end, Strange, Muth, and Joku.
I'm just going to go Muth today.
Just go Muth. There you go.
Yeah.
Dan Coney. AJ and Terry at receiver. Flex is Keenan. Tight end is Muth. Kelsey's on the bench.
I'm fine with Muth over Kelsey.
Are you sure about Kelsey?
No, you can't be sure about Kelsey. He could score a touchdown today and be great, or he could not. It could be no. You can't be sure about Kelsey. But I feel good enough about Muth. I'll just play Muth. Honestly.
Well, we can't be sure about anything. But here's one thing I'm sure about is that Travis Kelce hasn't scored in the past 5 games, and Pat Freiermuth has scored in each of the last 3 games. So there you go. Jalen, Watson, Kupp, or DJ Moore?
Oh man, I'm going Kupp. I like Kupp this week. I think he bounces back. I'm going Kupp.
This is a really tough one. Very, very tough one. A Kupp is probably safer. I like DJ Moore, but he's also risky. So let's go Kupp. Kincaid or Strange? I'm going Strange.
Strange. Definitely Strange.
All right. Man, this is one guy I hope has a big game. It's Strange. And then we have a super chat from Scott McCaffrey. And then look, it must be. See, when it's not attached, I always have to look before and after. Okay, so Scott, if I don't see your question in the next 5 seconds, we'll just keep going. And then when I find it, I'll put it.
I just put it up.
Purdy or Rodgers?
Rodgers.
Rodgers it is. Rodgers it is. Hurts, stings a little bit. Edgardo Cuellar needs help. Lamar, pick 2 running backs. Spears, Stevenson, Ford, Kyron, Miller, Tracy.
All right, you're definitely playing Kyron, and then you're playing Spears if Pollard is out. Otherwise, I go Kendre.
There we go. Pick 2 receivers, and then we need a flex between Thielen. Well, it says McConkey. Don't know if you've already played McConkey.
I assume you played. I hope you played McConkey already.
And then St. Brown, you're playing him.
Yeah, you're playing St. Brown, so then it becomes flex. It's full PPR. I might just, man. Can I play Thielen over Devonta Smith? I'm not feeling a big Smith week.
Let's go Thielen. I'll go Thielen.
All right, let's go Thielen.
And then tight end's got to be McBride, right? Over
yeah,
Johnny.
Wow. McBride and Johnny. Wow. All right. Good luck.
No, you're not going to flex Johnny, are you?
No.
Okay, so we're going to go Spears if Pollard is out. If not, you're going to go Kendre. Kyron is for sure.
Yep.
St. Brown, and assuming you played McConkey, flexing Thielen, McBride at tight end, and then you're good. Jose Meza. Wilson, Rodgers, or Purdy?
Rodgers. Yeah, Rodgers.
John Smith. What's up? 10-team PPR IDP. Kyler, Bijan, Connor, Evans, Adams, Kittle, Jason, Fairbairn, Broncos, and Buddha going against Allen, Kyron, Dowdle, Chase, Myers, Schultz, Terry Dicker, Chiefs, and Olokun. So who wins?
He's got you at QB. You've got him at running back. I think you've got him at wide receiver, honestly. You've definitely got him at tight end. Flex is close. I think you slightly have him here. Very slightly. This is very close.
Yeah, this is close. Look, I don't necessarily think Josh Allen's going to have a Superman type game, and Jamar Chase is what it comes down to. Look, if Jamar Chase goes for 40, it might be hard to overcome. But last week Adams went for 40, so I think you're good. I think if I had to pick a side, I would pick yours. Joe, Kupp or Shakir?
Ooh, I might just go. I mean, I still do really like Kupp, but I feel like Shakir is safe enough and has a ceiling. I might just go Shakir.
This is super close. When was it? I honestly don't remember. Was it this week you have Shakir as a possible boom?
Yeah, like but in the flex category boom, not like
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I would go Kupp. Ja'Cory Johnson, Patrick Taylor, or Adam Thielen?
If it's PPR, Thielen, otherwise Taylor.
Yeah, PPR or half, go Thielen. All balls is stuck.
I'm not stuck here. I'm going Higgins.
Brees or Higgins in full PPR, go Higgins. Yeah. I think Brees is definitely startable again, but go Higgins. Ryan Ifrig, sit one, London Cup Bucky.
I'm sitting London.
Yeah. London definitely the riskiest with Penix. Not feeling big game from really any Falcons receiver. All right, so it's not all sweet and sour chicken over here. Has a question. Okay, flex. Rashad White or Thielen?
Again, PPR, Thielen, non-white.
Half. Thielen.
Probably half. I might go white.
Oh, okay. So
it depends on Coker. If Coker's out, I'll go Thielen.
James Jones now. Wide receiver than 3 and flex. Jennings, Harrison, Miller, Rob, Jonnu, Pollard, or Spears. I don't know if this is the same one.
Well, okay, wide receiver 3. I'm probably just gonna go Harrison here. Well, who does Jennings? Who are the 49ers playing? Oh, Miami. Yeah, it's not a great spot for Jennings. It should be a good matchup for Harrison. I'm probably just going to go Harrison at wide receiver 3. It's close between him and Jennings. I'll say Spears, if Pollard is out, will be my flex. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to flex Kendre Miller.
There you go. Okay, so Tyler Durden has a super chat. 16-team half, no Kamara. Looking at the waiver wire. McNichols, Jamal Williams, Craig Reynolds, Zeke. Wow. This is what happens when you play in a 16-team league. Or Sean Tucker.
I mean, I probably would just grab Craig Reynolds.
Yeah. Jamal.
Craig Reynolds and light a lot of candles.
Yeah, these are the choices. Craig Reynolds, because he could fall in the end zone, like you said. Luis Sandoval, 2 receivers in the flex. AJB, BTJ, JSN. Cup, Bucky Bowers.
All right. AJ Brown and BTJ are going to be my wide receivers. It doesn't say scoring here. If it's, you know what? I might just flex Bucky regardless of the scoring. Because I think Bucky has a high enough floor and a high enough ceiling that I don't need to risk it with these other guys. I might just go AJ Brown, BTJ, and Bucky.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that. And Joey Del Rosario, Ford or Neighbors? Again, don't know the scoring. Is it Neighbors anyways?
Yeah, I'd probably just go Neighbors. I mean, if it's complete non-PPR, I'll go Ford.
Okay. The Kraken is back. Needs 3. Bucky, Chase Brown, Mixon, or White.
Nah, I'm not starting Rachaad White over any of those guys. Mixon at least has a floor. I'm not starting Rachaad White over those guys.
Right. I mean, again, I don't feel great about Mixon this week, but I'm not just outright benching him everywhere. I mean, Rachaad White, again, is totally fine, but let's go with the first 3 still. And then we have a super chat from Tactical EJ. Let's see where Tactical's question is.
Yeah, I don't see it. We'll probably have to try to keep it moving here, see if we come across it. Or Tactical EJ, just if you want to retype it out in the regular chat.
Bisco. Pacheco, Ford, Madison, Hill.
Is that Tyreek Hill? I assume so. I don't know another Hill. I think
Justice
you got.
Hill?
I mean, if it's Justice Hill, I'll go Ford. If it's Tyreek Hill, I'll go Hill.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Justice Hill. Let's just go. Let's just say Ford here.
Yep.
Drea B. In half. Allen Williams, Chase Brown, Higgins, Chase Bowers, Allen Irving. Falcons on the bench is Miller, Thielen, Watson, Andrews. Any changes here? It's a super flex league. Wait, so who's? Oh, is that? I guess that must be Caleb Williams. Josh Allen, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's fine. I think you could. If Caleb's your super flex, you're fine. Chase Brown, Higgins, Chase Bowers. I would assume that's Keenan Allen, Bucky Irving. I mean, I think you're good. The only thing I might consider is like Andrews, but you got Bowers, so you're good. You're good.
Yep.
Good luck.
Okay. No changes. Think you're good enough. Okay, and then by the way, guys, I know we're 15 minutes from the first game, which not too many players fantasy friendly in this one. We'll try to prioritize the ones that might have players in that first game, but we're going to keep going. We have a ton of questions still to catch up on. Let's see. Ethan Struby, Hawk or Strange at tight end.
I think I barely go Hawk.
And I rarely go Strange. Smith, Pollard at flex.
In full PPR, I'll go Devonta Smith.
Right. Okay. Which, again, guys, for right now, if you did super chat in the last half hour, hang tight. We're going to get to them, but we're going to try to do anything involving Texans or Chiefs first. So I might be skipping around. Like Jeremy Henry just dropped Cincinnati or Texans defense.
Cincy defense, Darnold at QB.
There you go. So don't start either of the ones for today. Let's see. I'm going to work backwards here.
We got this one, even though it's a kicker question, it is relevant to today.
Oh,
not Butker because Butker sucks and is dead to me.
That's a good reason.
There's your why. There's your why, Cinco. He sucks and he's dead to me.
Yeah. Other than that, very good. All right. This involves Pacheco, DV, RB tight end, 2 flex, Robinson, Pollard, BTJ, Pacheco, Laporta, Muth, and then defense, Ravens, Chiefs, Cardinals.
I might just go Ravens against Steelers. I don't know if Ravens have the most upside, but they at least have a very high floor against the Steelers. Like, how many points can the Steelers score on them? So I'm going to go Ravens defense. B-Rob, Pollard, BTJ. Well, I'll probably still go B-Rob here at running back. Again, I'm very nervous about Pollard. I think you have to flex BTJ. Man, I'm going to go Muth at tight end. Could I actually go Laporta over Pacheco at the flex in PPR?
Yeah.
I might.
Why not?
I might. So B-Rob, BTJ, Laporta, Muth at tight end, Ravens defense.
There you go. And then Phil, the real deal. This one involves Kelsey starting these guys. Any changes? Asking about tight end here. Kelsey, the other option is Kincaid. Then no thanks.
Nah, I'm not playing Kincaid over him. I'm not playing Goff over Lamar. I'm not playing Swift over almost anybody. Same with Ray Davis. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
No changes.
No changes.
All right, let's keep going here. The next one is Bisco again. Addison or DJ Moore needs upside.
I mean, they both have upside, but I think Addison has even more upside, probably even a higher floor. So I'm just going to go Addison.
Right. Exactly. No, I like DJ Moore's potential this week, but Addison clearly has a ceiling. Fucker. Okay. Brian Franklin, Andrews or Strange in half.
I'm going to go Andrews.
Yeah. Andrews it is. Brother Pickle.
What's up, Brother Pickle?
Where's it? Here. That tight end premium, a tight end, and a flex. Strange Njoku, Tracy McMillan. A tight end and a flex.
Well, Njoku, if he plays, I know it's tight end premium, but could I? I don't know. I might go Njoku and Strange. I still feel like McMillan has more upside than Strange, even in tight end premium.
Yeah, the thing is touchdowns, right? Like Strange doesn't have a ton of touchdown upside. McMillan clearly does.
Yeah.
So let's say Njoku if he plays. If not, it's Strange, of course, and then just flex McMillan.
Yeah, and I just saw Tillman ruled out again. Wow.
Man.
So that makes Njoku even a stronger play if he plays.
Yeah, let's hope he's good. Okay, how about this one? Apparently, it's for 30K. Alexander St. Andre.
Wow.
Alexander. Sorry, I should say Alexander. That's like my cousin's name. Flex Hopkins or Justice Hill or Mooney for 30K.
Hopkins for 30K.
Yeah. Can't love Mooney with Penix. The upside is limited. Justice Hill is not. Okay, go Hopkins and hope he gets a touchdown or something. Good luck, Alexander. Then we have still sticking to super chats, by the way.
Well, here's a super. I don't know because we've got to try to get the questions. Here's one, a defense one from Joseph, but it's got the Chiefs who play in 8 minutes. So Chiefs, Cincy, Indy, Rams, Detroit. I'm going Cincy.
Yeah. Go Cincy. Biggest upside for defense in fantasy. A Rolo. 2-2 in a flex. Got Jamar Chase. Henry, Mixon, Irving, Cook, Addison, Allen.
2 wide receivers, 2 running back, and a flex. I'm going to go Irving, James Cook. It's PPR. I might just go Addison Keenan. Irving, James Cook, Addison Keenan. If you want to play it a little safer, you can go like Mixon over Addison. If you want to play it a little safer. So Irving, James Cook, Addison Allen for me for the upside, or otherwise Mixon Allen.
There you go. We're going to keep moving on. By the way, guys, spamming the chat is not working. Sorry, I'm going to put some people in timeout because you're clogging up the chat. Sapphire Smoking 209. Pick one. Abdullah, Patrick Taylor, Charbonnet.
I'm just going to go Patrick Taylor.
Yeah, Patrick Taylor getting the touches. Abdullah, who knows? Charbonnet is not startable. Alexis Montoya has Tracy in the lineup. Would you go with Abdullah or Najee? Probably Najee over him, right?
Yeah, I'll go Najee. I might even go Abdullah over him, honestly. That's how low I am on Tracy.
Yeah, I remember Tracy not just splitting time with Singletary again, but he's questionable. Who knows? Bad matchup? No. Alex Sizzle, Goff or Love?
Love.
Yeah, go Love.
Did we do this one? Well, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm still looking.
Well, did we go DV? Because he just got a Pacheco question. Yeah, we did. We did do this one because Laporta moved. Okay, we did that one.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure, guys, we get the questions that have to be answered. We'll stay on past 10 for the other questions, or 1, whatever time it is. But at least get the questions that have Chiefs players. That game's about to kick off, or Texans.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
did we do this? Yeah, we did do this one, right? Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
it was
We
with
said Sam
Cincy
Darnold and
and
Cincy.
Sam.
Okay, I think
We
we're
have
good on
Eric
those. I think we caught up.
Emiliano looking for his question. Oh, here we go. Flowers, Harrison, or McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Hickey son. Tracy Ferguson or Downs. This is a tight end premium. I still don't think that's enough for make me want to start Ferguson.
I mean, I don't want to start any of these guys, but I might just gamble on Downs here.
Yeah. Ferguson not even getting that many catches, and he's not scoring touchdowns. So let's just go Downs. Jonathan Valdez. Who do I start for 2 running backs? Mixon, Walker Ford, Chubb, or Spears?
Mixon, Walker, Ford, Chubb. Well, you can't start Chubb unless that's Chuba. I'll say Mixon for sure. Spears if Pollard is out. Otherwise, I go Ford over Walker, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. If it is Chuba, then play Chuba. If it's Chubb, then not Chubb.
Yeah,
but Mixon and then Spears if he's out. If not, let's go Walker. Javion Manos, Terry Hill, Addison, JMO.
I'm going Terry.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go Terry. Okay, then we have Nicholas Taflambas. Shakir's in the flex. Got McMillan and Taylor on the bench. Spears on waivers. Would you change it or keep Shakir in there?
Well, I mean, I would add Spears, and I think if Pollard is out, I'd probably play him. But right now, not knowing Pollard, I'll keep Shakir in there. But I would try to add Spears if you can.
There you go. And I don't think we did this one. Cross. Pick 4, Hall, Robinson, Ford, Tracy, Miller, Addison, Jacoby in half.
All right, I'm going to go Addison, Jacoby, Brees, and Kendre.
There you go. And then...
All right, hold on. Right under the gun here because this does have Chiefs. Worthy or Darnell Mooney? Going Worthy.
Worthy or Mooney? Let's go Worthy in the Yahoo Championship. Thank you. Thank you, Kate.
Good luck.
All right, let's go Worthy. This one, not a super chat, but mixed by Siebes, Worthy or Pollard?
I think I just go Worthy. I mean, what if Pollard doesn't play? What are you going to do tomorrow if Pollard doesn't play? Just play Worthy today. Don't risk it. Don't risk it.
Go Worthy. Reese Coleon with another strange Jonnu Vermouth.
Jonnu.
Let's go Jonnu. Okay, we got a Pacheco question. Anthony Gaffney says he watches religiously. All right, appreciate it. Kendre or Ford or Pacheco? I don't think
Kendre. No, I'm just going to go Kendre.
Yeah, don't play Pacheco here. Bizzleman also suffered.
Yeah, dude. Never again. Get out of here, dude. Literally probably going to cost me the championship because that team was so good.
All right. Thomas, trusting Hollywood Brown? No, we're not.
No, definitely not.
Can't start him. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Make sure we don't miss anything.
Yeah, I'm checking to make sure if anything comes in for the Chiefs and Texans.
Okay, well, let's do Killer JS 420, JSN at London.
Definitely JSN, and I still got to go Mixon over Brees.
Yeah, JSN and Brees. Mr. Beatty, Cardinals or Texans?
Cardinals. Can't play Texans against Mahomes.
Yeah, don't put Texans. Don't know if it's too late here. Jack C with the Rubik's Cube. Ford, Pacheco, K9, pick 2. Who sits? Is Pacheco sitting?
Yeah, Pacheco's sitting.
All right. Ogu King, Jennings or Worthy?
I might go Worthy. He's got a good matchup.
Wow. I would go Jennings.
Right.
But That's tough. Tough to trust either one. Juan Zepeda, Pacheco, or Taylor.
Taylor.
I am Flurry. Bengals or Chiefs?
Bengals.
Yes, definitely Bengals. Somehow. Ivan Rebollar, Mixon, or Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yep, Jonathan Taylor. Get him in there, or get Mixon out of there, I should say. Speaking of the Chiefs, Royland has appeared. Chiefs fan. Ramondre Ford or Spears?
Well, Spears if Pollard is out. Otherwise, I might just go Ford. Good matchup for him.
Yep. Stranger Ertz?
Strange.
London or Devontae?
I'm going to go Smith.
Okay, how about this as a Texans question? Somehow this is a question. Luke, Mac Jones or CJ Stroud in the Superflex?
I'm going to go CJ Stroud. Not playing Mac Jones.
Yeah, don't love it, but Mississippi Queen on the fence. Strange, Thielen, Muth, and McMillan. We're just picking one.
I mean, if we're just picking one, I think it's Thielen right now. If Coker plays, I might go to McMillan.
Yeah, if I had to pick one of these to flex, I'd go Thielen. Thomas, nice. Just woke up. Must be nice. Are you flexing D-Hop or Hollywood over McMillan, Watson, Coker?
Not Hollywood. I might go D-Hop over Coker, but not over McMillan. Watson's close, but I would play D-Hop over Coker.
My preference here would be McMillan 1, Watson 2, D-Hop 3.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
If Coker plays, I guess he would be 4, and then Hollywood's last. John Smith dropping the knowledge. Thank you, by the way. Everyone, hit the like before you leave and subscribe. Still got a few more minutes. We'll hang on, even though the game is about to start. Frankie Knuckles, Pacheco or Harris?
Man, I wish I could say Pacheco. I mean, it's too late. The game already started like 2 minutes ago, but I'll just go Najee. I don't know who you started, Frankie.
Yeah, that's tough. It would have been tough either way. KH. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. London, McLaurin, Evans, Devonta Smith, Harrison, Achane, Brees, Pollard, or Spears, and then Ford.
All right. 3 wide receivers will be Terry, Evans. I'll probably go Devonta Smith here. 2 running backs will be Achane and Spears if Pollard is out. Only if Pollard is out. Otherwise, Achane and Hall. I think I'm going to flex. It's full PPR. I'll flex Harrison. Unless, okay, if Pollard is out, I'll flex Brees. I'll play Spears and flex Brees. Otherwise, Harrison.
There you go. That all sounds good. And then Joseph. Well, we did this one, right? The defense. I said don't
start. Because yeah, we did that one.
And then Sean Pittman. Ooh, Drake May or Aiden O'Connell?
I think I'm going Aiden O'Connell here. I know, Drake May against the Bills. Aiden O'Connell against the Jags. I'm going Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I like Aiden O'Connell enough. I'm not getting carried away. I don't know if you should be out in the practice field. Jadeveon Clowney.
What?
Joe Mixon or Kendre Miller? I think we would have said Mixon probably.
Yeah, I would have said Mixon. Hopefully. I mean, come on. He's your teammate. You got to start Mixon.
Like, come on. I'm glad you're a fan of the show, but really you should probably have better things to do.
Yeah, you should be playing right now. Although I guess offense is on the field, so maybe you're on the sideline.
So you might get in trouble for that.
Yeah, might get in trouble.
We did this, right? Yes.
Yeah, we said worthy.
Let's help Sophia Angelina, Jonnu or Laporta?
Jonnu.
Agree with that. Okay. Jason Rochelle. Purdy or Love?
Love. At home against the Saints, I'll take Love.
Needs 3, 4, Dallas Shakir, B. Rob, who sits?
Oh man, it's between Ford and B-Rob to sit. I'm starting Shakir and PPR. I'm starting Dowdle. Ford's got a better matchup. I think I'm going to go Ford. I think I'm going to sit B-Rob, sadly.
Yeah, exactly. Ford should get most of the touches. So Ford, Dallas, Shakir. Those are the three. And then Love. Harry. What's up, Harry Bum? Flex 1 PPR. Thielen, Judy, Kendre, Spears, Etienne. Just one.
Spears if Pollard's out. Otherwise, Thielen.
Agree. Alexis Montoya now in Superflex. I don't think it's Russ, Rodgers, or Murray.
Oh man, I think I'm going to go Rodgers over Murray. Crazy times.
Unfortunately, I am too. Unfortunately. Let's help Jorge Carrillo, Jaden Daniels, or Baker Mayfield. This is a close one.
I will say this is very close, but I'm still going JD.
I am too. I could definitely see Baker outscoring him, but I'm not going to sit JD just for this matchup. I think he'll be okay. Andrea now wants to know Tua or Richardson.
Oh man, I think I got to go Tua. Unless if Tyreek is out, then maybe I go Richardson. But if Tyreek plays, I'll still go Tua.
No, if Tyreek is out, I'm dropping Tua way down. But let's right now say it's Tua. Okay. We are actually caught up on the super chats. Good morning, Pete. Now it's technically afternoon for most of us. Let's do a couple more. So the first game has started. All your questions. Don't worry, by the way, guys, if you still have questions, there's two things you can do. Number one, join us tomorrow morning for our next live show, 3 hours before kickoff of the early slate. Hit the notifications bell. That way you'll know as soon as we go live. Subscribe, of course, first, and hit the like button. And you can also use Draft Lane. Remember, we have an app that you can use at any time. Download it right now. It's free to download, and then you can use any of the features there to ask your questions anytime, and we'll answer them. So don't forget about Draft Lane. So let's do a quick little lightning round before we get off of here, because I know there's football to watch.
Yep.
That's an interesting question. RP has got the membership. Flex, Kendre, Patrick Taylor, Jalen McMillan.
I'd probably go Kendre because I feel like he just has a very high floor. But if you want to shoot for the upside, it's McMillan. I don't hate it in PPR if you want to gamble on him.
Yeah, I don't mind. Again, it's about the upside. You need a guy who could have a big game. And Miller's going to get touches, of course. He could score, but it's not an ideal matchup. So if it's a PPR league, I'd probably go for the upside of McMillan. Texas Hellraiser, welcome back. London or Flowers in full PPR?
Flowers.
Shooting for upside. London's might be limited, right? Let's go Flowers. Big boy. Here's a tough one. Would you like the best defense in the league or the one with the best matchup? Vikings or Bengals?
I think this week I just go. I think I probably just go Vikings.
This is where, even though the Bengals do get DTR and got a ton of turnovers last week, this is where I just trust the better defense. They're getting sacked. They still get turnovers. I would go Vikings. Gustavo Mesa, Madison or Kendre?
Kendre
it is. Raphael Clark, Henry Cook, Irving, Kyron Connor. Can only pick 3 of these guys.
Wow. Irving, Cook, and Kyron. Oh, wait, no. Kyron, Connor, Bucky. Man, that's tough. How do you only pick 3 of those guys?
I know. I feel like you have to go with Connor. Somehow I think Henry's last out of this group.
Man, Stroud just threw an interception.
Wow. All right, 2 more. Mello, L'Oreal, Kendre, or Etienne in standard?
Kendre.
Yes, Kendra. Tristan's wondering, do we answer people that don't send money? We literally just did. Sean Pittman, though, did. It's late, but flex Hollywood or Abdullah. You can't flex Hollywood.
Yeah, Abdullah.
But even if you could, you shouldn't. So don't. Even if you could. Sean Luke, London or Strange?
Oh man. I think I still got to go London.
Do you like Strange? I think London should at least catch a couple of passes, right? At least a couple.
I hope. Let's see this throw. Oh, he just sailed it over Nico. Jeez, what is wrong? CJ Stroud, man. Talk about CJ Stroud legitimately has had to have the biggest year 1 to year 2 drop I can remember in a long time. Like, he just doesn't even look like the same guy.
Yep, it's a boomer. Agreeing, looking terrible. He's
Yeah,
been all year. It hasn't been like a recent. It's all year. He's been like this.
Yeah, he just sailed that ball over him.
All right, Cerulean Dog, Kendre, B-Rob, Harrison, McMillan needs a receiver, running back, and a flex. So who sits? Is it B-Rob?
Yeah, B-Rob, brutal matchup. I think he just sits.
All right, let's do it. Let's get off here, and you guys want to watch the game. So we'll be back tomorrow morning. Again, like, subscribe, hit notifications, check out all the videos that you haven't possibly seen yet. We've got more content always on the way. And good luck to anybody who's got anything going on for today's games. Oh, one last one, Joseph. Under the gun, Cardinals or Bengals for defense?
Bengals.
Yeah, go Bengals. More upside here. All right. And with that, we're out of here. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.